This app is crazy. What a crazy app. What's good? Oh, man. Well, I guess we got to remove it from... from there. What's good, y'all? Happy Monday, man. Happy Monday, everybody. We in this thing. What up, T? Man, I really miss playing music. Kids are home from school today. Oh, no. Oh, no. Nah, I like it when my son... Well, when he be sick, I be mad. You see them Cowgirls get whooped last night? I did, Serenity. I didn't watch the game, but I saw at the end. It was on... I had it on Red Zone when I was live, and I was like... It was showing the score. I said 40-something to 14. Good Lord. They about to fire the coach. He got to go. They thought this was their year. I can't support that message. Go Lions. I can't support a Go Lions message, but yeah, man. Yeah, life definitely can be hard. Doing good. I think the if you're looking at this objectively, I would have to say that men have an easy life. What up, Tiff? Now, don't get me wrong. The world is harsh. You know what I'm saying? No doubt about it. No doubt about it. The world is harsh, it's wicked, you know. But yeah, men definitely comparatively, men live much easier lives. Much easier. We could men be living on easy street. Oh man. What up, Mia? What up, Intently? Nope, I just unfollowed you. If you're not voting for Harris, I don't give a shit what you think. Okay. I don't know if you thought I cared. Oh man. Center, what's good?
Hello, good morning. Hope you're having a good afternoon.
I am. Good. It's morning for me.
Can you hear me, by the way?
Hold on. Let me make sure I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So when you say like being a man is like extremely easy, I take it you mean like the general like definition of man, like straight white dude or something?
No, I just mean men in general.
Do you think like it's like intersect?
Oh, you're breaking up, Center.
Well,
Give it a sec. There you go. I think you're back now. Go ahead. I didn't hear anything you said. Just FYI. Go ahead.
fuck, man, that's really bad. Hold on. Let me move somewhere. Okay. Did you hear any? What's the last thing you heard me
I
say?
didn't hear. You said about straight white men. That was it. Then I answered the question, and then you were about to ask me another question.
Yeah, okay, because like when I came into it, like I had interpreted it as like like obviously, like, intersectionality plays a point. Like, straight white men usually have it a lot easier. They're not dealing with any forms of like oppression. They're not dealing with like homophobia. They're not dealing with racism, anything like that. They're usually not like forced. There's no like system of oppression like pinning them down or anything like that. So it's like, a bit far fetched to say. So like, I guess when I came up, I was coming for like more of a perspective. Like, where was your mind at when you were like making this prompt, so I can like understand where you're coming from. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, I would say you could start by answering the first question, and I think that would help you understand better. Have you thought about that one? Like, what's so hard about being a man?
I would say most of the things that are hard about being a man are mostly sort of self-imposed by patriarchy. I was someone who was always rather emotional growing up, but as I got older, no one physically told me to stop crying. And I don't also recall anyone like physically telling me, like, well, actually, no, my mom did, but like, it's something I guess that just got weaved into me, right? Because I still feel like pretty emotional. I'm pretty in touch with my stuff. I try to like vent whenever I can. But I feel like a lot of this stuff that makes being a man, quote unquote, hard is sort of enforced by men themselves.
Exactly. So whatever you would say, more than likely, the thing that would make it hard about being a man, it would be self-imposed. So all you would have to do is just like not do that, and then where are we at? You cut out.
Right. Oh no, sorry, I was gonna say right. I think I'm understanding what you're saying, because I was going to say like I also think there are some moderate things that are like outside, like men's control, because I feel like it takes like it takes some sort of uncomfortable introspection to understand like the things that you have been taught that makes you like a man might not be the healthiest.
Like the behaviors of men in general might not be the healthiest for men.
Right. Because I had to like speak on or rather with some friends, I had to speak on like dealing with emotions in a way that didn't come off as destructive, because when I was younger, I was a lot angrier. And I had always feared like lashing out like physically as I gotten older, because I'm 21 right now. Right now it's like I know how to like express myself or like keep it in, not in a way that's like
I know
destructive
what
to
you
me,
mean.
but
You just
also
know how to
making sure it
control it
doesn't harm
better and
anyone else.
internalize it and process it and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was always something I had dealt with when I was like younger. Like I always felt like just lashing out at the world, even though it's like my living situation wasn't bad. It's just like, I always felt like it was hard to be understood in a way that, made sense to me.
Yeah. No, I hear you. That's what I'm saying. I just, so now that we have a generalized understanding of what I'm saying, and maybe that'll help us, but I want you to stay up here, because I'm sure people are going to say things that are going to be different than what you're saying right now. Who is Vaughn? I'm just going to say Vaughn. Vaughn to go. Oh, Vaughn to go. What up, Vaughn to go?
What's going on, boss man? Yeah, so like I see the question, it says what's so hard about being a man, and then it's just like I'm gonna answer that, because I'm not gonna say it's like nothing hard about being a man. No, I'll say like the biggest thing, and I'm 32, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say from my experience, the biggest thing I see, like the hardest thing is being a leader. You know what I'm saying? I'll say like the leader role, like as far as being a man and being the leader and having to lead, I say in all aspects, like as far as a relationship goes.
That is not the role of a man, though.
You don't feel like the role of a man is to be a leader?
Absolutely. Men are not men are not. I can't even begin to tell you that how men are not leaders. And when we do lead, we're terrible.
Well, okay, I'm gonna say it like this, as far as like how society look at it. So like if you're in a relationship, if I'm in a relationship with a woman, You know, particularly like everybody looks at it as, oh well, he's supposed to be not leading, but like I guess financially supporting, emotionally supporting. I would say like
With
the
both
female.
parties.
Yeah, that's both parties, but I would say like it's just kind of like you get scrutinized like when you're kind of like a man and you're like not letting you're not financially supporting your woman. Like you're not like
Who's
majority.
scrutinizing you?
You said what?
Who's scrutinizing you?
I'm saying like just okay, like for instance, for me personally, like if I'm with my woman and she's paying most of the time when we're going out to eat, she's paying when we going on dates, and she was to go back to my parents and be like, well, you know, I do pay for everything. I'll probably hear something from my relatives, like, you know what I'm saying? I hear something from people like, you know what I'm saying, you need to be a better man. Why is this girl doing this? Why is she doing that? Like, you know what I'm saying? I would hear this from my parents, you know.
Okay, so in an extreme situation, if you were being if you, and I don't want to say a bum, but you just don't have the money for whatever reason, you could. What if you're a college student,
Right.
right, and you're working your way through college, and she's paying for everything at the time? What's wrong with that? If somebody comes to you and they say, "Why are you letting her pay for everything? Stay out of our fucking business. I'm a college student. When I get out of college, I'll be paying." You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand what's the now. If you just not working because you lazy, then that's a whole different discussion. It's not
Right.
because you're the man. It's not the reason why your family's going to say something to you is because you are being lazy and unproductive. You see what I'm saying? But like, if you're an able-bodied man and you can work, and your girl is paying for everything, and that's because you can't contribute financially, of course, somebody should say something
Okay.
to you, right?
Okay. Right.
But they would say that to a woman too. If a woman, no kids,
Right.
right? No kids, no family. A woman, able-bodied, doesn't work, and her man is not wealthy, working class man, paying for everything. You don't think somebody in her family gonna be like, girl, get a job?
Nah, because I'm telling you, like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I mean, this could have been just her family. I was with a girl for 2 to 3 years. She never paid a bill or none of that stuff. And like her family looked at it as perfectly fine. Like they actually wanted her to stay with me. They like, oh nah, he's a good man. And it's just like,
Why did you allow that? What was she doing?
why did I well, I'm gonna say for me, I always tell like my homeboys this too. It's like I don't care, like especially in her situation where she needed to stay with me. It's like I'm definitely not about to have you pay no bills because she really needed that place to stay. Like there was stuff going on where she stayed.
So you wait. So you let a woman stay with you,
Right.
right? She needed it. You let her stay with you. Your choice.
Right.
Then you said she's not going to pay any bills, so you allowed her not to pay any bills.
Right. Yeah. But I
ain't even mad at you for it. I'm not saying, but like that's not something that a man has to do. That's something that you did. That's not
I
like
never
you
looked
problem.
at it like that. Yeah, I never looked at it like that. I looked at it as I'm not about to have you coming in here paying my bills. Like I'm about to pay my bills because when it's time for you to go, you got to stay out. Like,
Are they your bills when she lives with you, or are they not y'all bills? Like she wasn't using the water and electricity.
After about 6 months or so, she started running that light bill up and it started being crazy. It's like, oh, okay, now this starting to be our bills.
Get home, the AC on, the heater on, the electricity is on. Does she eating? It just sounds like I said, it's back to what Center said, what he acknowledged already. Men, everything that men do that makes your life harder, you impose that on yourself. It's not, nobody is making you do that. Whatever you feel like your role is, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I got to pay the bill. You did that. I've never felt like that.
I'm gonna change my answer. I guess what makes it one thing I would say that's hard on a man is the society's how society wants man to be the leader, like how society
they don't though.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's not true. Society doesn't expect men to be leaders. We would be leaders. They don't. Society definitely doesn't groom us to be leaders because we're shitty at it. If society is grooming us to be leaders, then why are we so bad at being leaders?
Well, I mean, all right, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let it play because I'll say just naturally for me as a man, I'm gonna speak from my experience. For me as a man, like it is nothing for me to get up, go to work every day. It's nothing for me to solely provide for somebody. It's nothing for me to do that. But then if I look at it for like from a woman's side, it's kind of like I see so much, and this is just might be just social media, but I see so much of social media where women literally are crying, like they don't want to go to work, like they like I'm sick of this shit, like
Most
they don't
women work. There are more men. There are more young women working than young men working. So that's a lie. That's why I don't get off of TikTok if that's the case. That's your algorithm. You want to see that shit. You want to see women crying about not wanting to work anymore. That's what the algorithm is telling you. You like that shit.
Nah, I don't. I really don't.
You do. No. You can lie to me, but I'm telling you, the algorithm knows that Vaughn likes that shit. You can say I don't really like it. Then why the fuck does it keep showing you that? Why are you seeing it so much?
Well, no, that's mainly because I'm an entrepreneur and stuff like that. So like it's kind of like I do digital marketing, and I guess it shows me like people on my algorithm who don't want to work their jobs as potential leads. But no, I definitely don't want to see nobody crying because they have to go to work. I mean, this is just my opinion, but like, yeah, I mean, other than that, that's the only thing I would say that was just.
So you do want to see it. You just said it. You want to see it for your at least for your job.
Nah, I don't.
You want to see it so you can go find them.
Nah. I like. Well, okay. I guess you can say that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just letting you know that is your algorithm.
But I don't want to see nobody crying. Like that's not what I'm.
No, I got you. I'm not saying you mean. I'm just saying you want to help. Let's say you want to help them. You want to see it though. For whatever reason, you want to see those people. So you coming on here and being like, well, I see it every day. People crying, but the numbers say something different. The numbers say young women are working. Are outworking young men. They work more than young men do. Right, they're more educated than young men are. So when you say like, I don't buy that shit.
I would say I wasn't saying that they wasn't. I said that they probably most likely don't want to.
Who wants to work?
I mean, that's what I said. Naturally, as a man, I want to work. I feel like I have no other thing else to do. When I wake up, it's like I feel like I'm a zombie if I'm not working. If I'm not doing something like that's productive, I feel like I'm like, what am I doing? But I've lived with shorties where they could wake up every day and just live in a fantasy land. Like they could literally just go get their hair done, makeup, go out, the dates and everything all day, nothing really productive, but they love living like that. Versus like me, I have to like have something productive going on.
But
like
the majority of women work. That's the point.
But not because they want to, because they have to.
Yeah, the majority of women who wants to work, Vaughn. Most men don't. You can say, if you want to speak for yourself and say, I like to work, fine. But most men don't want to work. That's all I'm saying. Most people don't want to go punch a clock at somebody else's building,
May I ask him something? Because he said something that kind of struck me.
You said like, because I can understand the feeling. I read a book on it. I don't remember, but when you said like, as a man, you feel like the instinctive like desire. Just paraphrasing, like the instinctive desire to feel productive. Like, as far as you know, did anyone ever like tell you like that's how you're supposed to be, or did you feel like it was something just wired into you?
I'm not that productive. Like personally,
because
it's not wired in me to be productive. It's hard goddamn work for me to actually be as productive as I am. I have to like really focus every day, really hard on being productive because I'm not a productive person. I'm very much, I have ADHD. I'm very much like if I don't like to do something, I'm not driven to do it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be work, whether it be whatever. So like getting up every day for the last, 20 years and going to work it was extremely hard for me to do that. Cause I mean, even though I always had, I won't say always, but for the most part, I had jobs, especially the last 10 years, I was in fields and worked at places that I actually liked to work at. You know what I'm saying? Like I actually liked it there. It was fun when I went there. I had good friend groups. The work was cool. It was rewarding. I got paid a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like I made a lot of money over the last 12, 13 years actually, but I would say definitely the last 10, whatever. But I still didn't want to work. Like I still didn't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like if I could have done something else and made close to the amount of, if I could have done something and made 70% less money than I was making at that time, I would have quit my job. And I ended up quitting my job as soon as I found something where I got around the same amount of money. I was like, I'm out. I'm not doing this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and I was
gonna say this real quick too, because also to bring this up to a point where you're like, okay, like men are designed to be leaders or whatever like that. But so say like you and your woman is in the crib, y'all chilling, it's late night, somebody coming at the door with a gun. Like who supposed to go to that door?
My dog. That's what I'm saying. You're describing. You're describing. That's not a leader. You know that, right? Like so. Think. Let's look at it. Like leadership, right? Okay, cool. We understand leaders is a hierarchy. There's a reason, you know what I mean? Leaders are up. They're higher up in the hierarchy, right?
Right.
Okay. So, does the general lead, like, do they put the generals on the front line?
I get where you're going with this. Yeah, right.
Right.
So,
Okay, cool. So just because you're a grunt and you get up because you're bigger than the woman doesn't mean you're the leader of the household. You're just
you're more like
just
the
a watchdog.
Right.
Also, may I respond to that real quick, Vaughn? Because I do watch some of your videos public, but like it was a good point that you made up. It's like, you know, someone's at your door with a pew pew. Well, let's think about it. Statistically, what's going to be the gender of the person behind that door?
A man.
Right. Right. Yeah.
A man's gonna be behind that door, and statistically, the best thing you can do is get you and your family out of the house.
I'm gonna land my plane right there. I'm gonna let everybody else go, but I appreciate that though. I'm gonna land my plane right there though for shit show.
All right, bet. What up, Jake?
You're doing well. What's so hard about being a man? Being a man is extremely easy. I think that it depends on your situation. As a man, like I feel like if you had like a good upbringing, you had two parents, not even necessarily two parents, you had a good mom or a good dad, you went to school, you got a nice little paying job, you know, you're not really like you're not really gonna be saying that being a man is hard. I feel like the men who usually say life is hard.
Who's stopping men from doing that, Jake?
No one is, but I'm saying like typically I feel like people who say things are harder is people that are kind of going through a lot more shit in life. Like let's say like the parents grew up poor, or they just didn't have access to schooling because they like for example for me, like before I got into like a school I wanted to get into, like when I was a kid, I'm black, right? So like the schools they put me in the class of the two kids and all sorts of nonsense. I obviously overcame it, got into law school, did all that stuff, but I'm saying like I would say before, back in the day, I kind of felt like that, like where it was like I wouldn't say being a man is hard. I just felt like life was hard because like when I grew up, I was poor. Like we kind of had like I lived in poverty when I was growing up. So now it's obviously different. Like things are different. Like the whole situation's changed. But I'm saying I feel like people who say life is hard being a man, I feel like it's the same for both men and women. Like I feel like it's not gender specific. That's what I mean to say. But yeah.
Okay. So. Can you think of anything in this world like do you drive?
Yeah, I drive. Yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm about like 5'10".
So 5'10". Do you struggle like adjusting the seat, looking over the steering wheel, touching the pedals, things of that nature?
Nah.
No, right? Me either. I'm 6 foot. It's super easy for me. My wife is 5'2". Right? I hate seeing where the seat position is for my wife when she drives the car. Like, I'm like, oh man, this is spooky. She's like, the steering wheel is like right here on her chest. She has to sit, like, I'm like, if you ever get into an accident and that airbag deploys, you're going to get fucked up. Like, no doubt about it. But the car's not designed for her. It's tough. How's
the car not designed for her though?
Because cars aren't designed for women. When they design cars, they don't think about women. They design them for average men. They don't design them for the average woman. They design them for the average man. So
I thought they did it for everybody. I didn't realize.
No, they don't. I know that's something. See, as a man, we don't think about stuff like that because every time you get in the car, it's like whatever. It's super easy, right? That's what I'm saying. That's just one thing that I just thought about, something that like we do every day. Like my wife drives every day. I drive every day. You probably drive every day. You know what I mean? Like we all drive. And we, as men, we don't think about that shit at all. We don't think about that. So no, life is definitely harder for women. I would say it's hard.
I feel like
all of that stuff against them. On top of like, that's why I asked you, as a man, who's stopping? Like you said, like, oh, if you grew up this and you grew up this way, and then you want to go to this school and but you can do all of that as a man. Nobody's gonna stop you from doing that.
Well, I ain't saying like I'm not saying that. Like I wasn't trying to like think that. I heard what you're saying on that part, but I'm saying like I feel like life is the same for men and for women. I feel like there's women out there, like it depends on her looks level. Like let's say if she grew up very pretty, she may have an easier life than a girl who's just not as attractive because she's gonna be, pretty privileged and those things.
Pretty or attractive, pretty or unattractive. What does that have to do with her driving? What does that have to do with her taking medication that wasn't tested on women? What is that? You know what I'm saying? Like you're just making up stuff. That has no relevancy to what we're discussing. A woman's attractiveness, and that's weird, by the way, it proves my point that women's lives, you think, get easier when they're more attractive, which isn't even true, because tons of attractive women will tell you how hard their lives are, and in a lot of ways, their lives are harder, because when women are unattractive to men, they become invisible to men, which gives you kind of like a certain amount of like power. You know what I'm saying? For yourself. Like you know what I mean? Like you could move around the world. Like older women talk about this all the time. I heard of like I've listened to like older, like I would say like 60, 55-year-old women, and they'll be talking about like, yep, I feel like I just became unattractive to men like recently, and it's the best feeling ever. Because like the men aren't like, hey girl, what you doing? They're not doing all of that shit. But attractive women,
That's fair. I agree. Like there's you know like there's pros and cons to that. But I feel like people would rather be more attractive because you're just gonna have more opportunities a lot easier. It's not saying that the unattractive girl is not gonna get those same opportunities. You can still hustle and work hard. But it's somebody who's more attractive. Like if I was uglier than how I am now, I probably wouldn't be as confident at the confidence level that I have right now. But obviously I've done the inner work, but I'm saying if I was a little bit more ugly, let's say like my face was kind of like, I just didn't look how it looked right now, I probably would have to have worked a little harder to kind of feel more confident or to feel as confident as I am now. And obviously my confidence made me work, but I'm just saying like, I'm not saying that there's no trade-off and like what you're saying is wrong, but I'm saying like, I feel like it's the same thing for both men and women. Like it's like there's things that women have to deal with that may be hard for them. There's things that men have to deal with that. I feel like it's a balance. I feel
what
like
do men have to deal with? That's hard. You
Sorry?
keep saying that it's the same thing, but I've been asking you, what do men have to deal with that's hard? What do they have to deal with?
I was gonna add something. My fault.
So you go ahead, Vaughn.
Yeah, I was gonna add to his point. I think where he was coming at, because I was just gonna say like the only other thing I say the majority of what I see men say is hard is like the S&B, like the sexual market value, sexual, my fault. And I'll say like because mainly dudes to see like females of just all different shapes and sizes, and you know what I'm saying, like women, my fault, like pretty much still can go out on the date market value and like get more dates than they can. But I say like I think that's from dudes who looking at it for like what they like. Dudes are get on a dating app or something like that, and they won't go for that girl that's a little overweight. They won't go for the girl that's like medium ugly or whatever. They want the bad, you know what I'm saying, shorty. So like they look at it like that, but I don't see it as that. I see it as like, you know, people gonna like what they like. Like if you a dude and you overweight and that overweight shorty like you, like that's who you should go for. And like, you know, like for a woman, like if she get online and she like overweight and then she can still pull dudes that's in shape or whatever like that, then that don't really make it harder for men. It's just, I think, you know.
So basically it's easier for women to get a date because men are so easy and they don't care and their standards are lower, and women have higher standards. So it's not as easy for men, but no,
I'm not shaming.
I mean, but that's what it is, though. Women just have higher standards. Women are just more protective of themselves, and men aren't. So
yeah, that's true. That's what I'm saying.
The answer isn't that men should have more access to women. The men should practice more discernment too. You see what I'm saying? Men are too thirsty. Men are too obsessed with women. That's the problem, right? We objectify women to the point to where we are consumed by getting as many women as possible, and we should change that. It's not like women have they got the right approach, right? Being like, nah, he's not good, or I don't like Jake, he said something weird, and Vaughn gave me the ick, but Center is cool, and public, I don't like it. Like, that's how we should be. Instead, it's like, oh, she cute, oh, she down, she DTF, let's go knock, you know what I'm saying, I'm about to knock it down. That's all it takes for a nigga.
Right. Yeah, and that's why I like. I'm not saying this coming from me, but that's what I see. Like a lot of people say, like, "Oh yeah, dudes got it harder because if I get on here, I can't get all the shorties, but if she get on here, she gonna get all the men." And it's just kind of like I'm like, y'all not seeing it for like what it is. A lot of these dudes just want to smack. They not really trying to, you know, get into no loving relationship or nothing like that. Versus like me, if I know a shorty coming for me, it's like she could be on the same type time. She could just be using me for schmeck. She could be, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't really see it how they see it on that term. But I don't know if that's what he was trying to say. Like, you know.
We can ask him right now.
Well,
Jake, go ahead, Jake. Where were you coming from?
So I was coming from a place of like, let's say like everybody, like everyone has like a different, like I feel like anyone can achieve anything in their life. It's just some people may have to take some people may have an easier time getting to that mountain than other people, but it doesn't mean that the person can't get there. And then what I was going to say.
Wait, real quick. Instead of looking at it, I was just going to say this. Instead of looking at it like anybody can do anything, right? Because A, that's not true. But B, even if you want to take that at face value, don't ask yourself, can anybody do anything? Ask yourself, what can't people do, right? Like, what is the probability that this group of people will be able to do X, Y, and Z versus that group of people? You see what I'm saying? Because it's like here's what I'm saying. If a woman is like, I want to be CEO of a Fortune 50 company, what is the likelihood that that's going to happen for her?
It's probably unlikely unless she's grinding on it every single day.
Extremely unlikely. But to be fair, it's extremely unlikely for men too, right? For anybody. The difference is though, if you look at the numbers, like you can say the same thing being a politician. What is the likelihood that a woman gets elected in the politics, right? Extremely low compared to a man. Right? Compared to a man, it's extremely low. Compared to just like the odds of it happening, extremely low for everybody, right? Like that's not what I'm saying. But compared to a man, it's extremely low chances that a woman is going to get elected into an office. It's extremely low chances that a woman is going to become CEO versus a man. It's not even close. You see what I'm saying? Like there are exponentially more male politicians. There are exponentially more CEOs than there are female CEOs and female politicians. You dig what I'm saying? So that's how you're supposed to look at it. Not, well, anybody can do anything. You're right. Right? Well, I don't agree with that, but I'm saying, I hear what you're saying. In general, most people can do whatever they set their minds, whatever the case may be. Fine. I hear you. Right? Okay.
Yeah, it's like what I'm saying is like maybe that person, like again, if it, like let's say for someone like that's like me, like that white guy, he may have an easier time just getting to the wealth or getting to the education, right? But for me, I had to put in like double the work because I had the schools coming against me. I had the racist white people, the racist teachers. Again, with job searching for me, I remember back in the day when I was a little younger, I kept losing jobs because of just slight racism, right? Slight racism and all these type of things like that. But I had to make a decision. Okay, like, am I going to be a victim or am I going to get better? So I chose to get better and just keep find another job, forgive the people, give them grace, and just get that money, save the money. It's like some people are gonna have to forgive. Like that's what I'm saying. Some people are gonna have to like let go. Some people are gonna have to forgive. Other people.
I got one thing to say that I got just because I was just like still stuck on what you had said before. I'm still on the whole fact that like you feel me. I get what you're saying, but I was just gonna say like if a man decides to pursue a woman and they get in a relationship, like I'm talking to the host, do you feel like, because you're married as well, so do you feel like the man once with a woman, her life should be a little bit softer? Like it shouldn't be as hard if she has a man.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, I would love for men to make women's life softer, but you don't do that monetarily. That's not right. The way you make a woman's life softer. And that's the disconnect that men have. Men think that the way to make a woman's life softer is through finances, and it's really not. The way that you're gonna add the most value, because you're not gonna make enough money to make her life softer, to be honest with you. She's like, if y'all have kids, her life is going to be exponentially harder than your life is going. It is.
Well, not just with money. Yeah, I wasn't. Money. I'm saying, but
I'm just saying that though. I'm saying that men are too obsessed with giving women a soft life, but their only approach is money. And I'm like, but that's not going to be the thing to give your woman a soft life, because like I said, more than likely, you're never going to be able to make enough money to actually give her that soft life. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You're not. Like you said, you were taking care of that girl, whatever. Okay, cool. If y'all had kids, you couldn't afford to pay a nanny. You couldn't afford to have somebody come over and clean up your house every day. You couldn't afford for food, sir. You couldn't afford that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a soft life. That's a soft life. All she got to do is focus on the kids, taking care of her body, eating right. You know what I'm saying? She do a little mental labor for the household or whatever. But then when you come home, you also help her with the mental load of the house, and you help her with the kids and so on and so on. That's a soft life. A soft life ain't I go to work, you stay at home, and you do every fucking thing for the house. That's not a soft life, and that's what men think a soft life is.
Yeah, you right though. You right about that. Because how I was just looking at it is like, you know what I'm saying? This ain't me, because particularly I'm being like, when it comes down, and this ain't all about just dating. I'm just using dating as an example because I get what you're saying. So I'm just using that as an example because I'm just like, at the end of the day, if you, with a woman, I would feel like, you should be at least trying to make her life softer. It shouldn't be as hard when she's with a man, but I definitely get what you're saying. Like, it's definitely not all about money. In so many other ways, you have to make her life softer. But like I understand that, like, from a point where it's just kind of like where I have been through those type things, and I just used to live like that, where I would think I had to lead with my money and that it was gonna make everything work out at the end, and I was terribly wrong and just broke at the end of it and alone. You feel me? But it's just like I'll have like dudes that is in my ear that are my friends who will look at it like, yeah, this is why it's so hard to be a man. You see how you did all of that and now you're alone. And I'm like, I mean, I don't look at it like that. For me, I look at it as, hey, she came, we were genuine with each other. It didn't work out and it's over. Like, everything that I did financially for her, I don't hang it over her head, but I just see it as it's still like harder for her now, because now she has a new standard for dudes. Now she's going to start dating. Like, hey, she might start thinking they all need to be paying bills and they all need to be doing this. Versus me, I can deal with a shorty with a job. I can deal with a shorty without one. It's not really that much.
Why did you guys break up?
Well, I mean, pretty much it was just like, living with somebody's hard, man. It was probably getting to the 2-year mark of us living with each other. Pretty much, we were done with the relationship like within a year and a half. Like, so like it was probably 4 months we were staying with each other, and we both weren't even dating. And yeah, it just was tough. I mean, of course she probably want to continue dating. Like, she just don't want to be around somebody who's her ex, living with her ex. And
But what was the reason that you guys broke up?
Oh, okay. The reason why we broke up, just a whole plethora of disagreements, just things we just disagreed on. We couldn't get on the same page, bro. I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't really nothing. We were basically going two separate ways. She wanted me to work a whole bunch of different jobs that I wasn't into. I was trying to do what I'm doing now, which is like marketing and stuff like that. And she wasn't agreeing with it. I wasn't agreeing with things she was doing, with things she was doing. So we just kind of went two separate ways. And like, that was pretty much it.
Interesting. Let me read these two super chats. Teresa said, I wish we could share links. Women experience more adversity from childhood, with Black women experiencing the most. It makes us more resilient. Evie says, he thinks handouts, quote unquote, are what makes life easier. That was for you, Jake. I think because you were talking about like when women are attractive or whatever, I think you think like, oh, because they get to get into the club for free before 10 or whatever. They got the easy life. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I think I agree with that. I think life is easier with money. I think life is like when you have money, I'm not saying that it's everything.
Of course, life is easier with money. Yeah.
But when you got money, when you got a car, you got education, you got multiple sources of income, you got like you feel more attractive, or your body's in shape. I feel like life is easier. I feel like life, like I feel like it's way better. So I'm not saying that she's wrong, but I feel like life is better when you just have more of an abundance. That's what I feel.
I would say it depends. Because it's just like J. Cole say, like he said, like J. Cole has said, like, he think life was better when he was broke. I mean, I know he was just saying that, I'm pretty sure he's very blessed and he loved the fact that, what I'm saying.
Yeah, J. Cole the damn lie.
Yeah, but I get where he was coming from. Like the point of it was just kind of like it's just at the end of the day, there's more genuineness in when you don't have it yet. Like when you get up with people, like it's just like now, like when if a girl see me and I got my gold chain, or I got the grill in, I'm fresh from head to toe, whatever, it's kind of hard to discern whether or not like she, you know what I'm saying, wants me for me versus if she just want me for money, versus if I don't look as good, you know what I'm saying, like I mean not look as good, but if I don't have the flashy stuff all on and stuff like that, but a shorty still like giving me that eye, that means she like genuinely like me for me, like she actually find me handsome or whatever. So like, you know, that's how I look at it. Like, you know.
110%. I feel that like they like I like meant for me, like I've lived in like poverty in my early years of my life, like early childhood, when I was like 16, 17. I remember my mom, we had to go to food banks and stuff like that. The area we lived in was still pretty good. We still lived in a pretty good area. I live in like Canada, Toronto. We still lived in a pretty good area because she was up with the area. But man, when you going to Whole Foods is just way better than going to freaking a food bank. Like I don't care what anyone has to say. When you buy an organic food, when you're going, like it's just I feel like it's better. I'm not saying there is a lot of fake people that have money, but then there's a lot of good people that have money. I feel like money is neutral. So I feel like a lot of people say not I'm not saying J. Cole or you, but I'm saying that to the lady that I'm responding to, I feel like a lot of people who say that they don't feel like they deserve to have the money, or they're kind of just
Nah, I'm gonna say they say that because it's like beauty in the struggle. As somebody who like, you feel me, came from like just poverty, bro. Like it's just kind of like when you going through all that stuff, it's just those people that are with you during those times genuinely love you. Versus when you have a lot of money and stuff like that, it's a lot of people that's gonna be in your corner just for that reason, bro. They don't really like you for real. And it's just kind of like that's one thing I could kind of like say, kind of like I would say women who are like very beautiful and like dudes who, how could I say this? I'm gonna say, for instance, like a woman who's very beautiful, it's a lot of people that just in her corner just for that reason. They don't really like they don't like her personality. They don't really like her for her. They just like her for the fact she's pretty.
I beg to motherfucking differ.
I'm just saying the majority, a lot of dudes, when they see, like, say if you see somebody on Instagram or whatever like that, and they don't have no videos really showing their personality, a lot of dudes would be like, oh yeah, this the one, yeah, she right here, she fire. But they only saying that because how she look in them pictures. But then say if you start having a conversation with her and she got a speech impediment or something, you're gonna be like, oh
Them
man,
niggas gonna like her even more. They're gonna be like, she
yeah, they
fine,
gonna
she
now they can
dumb.
manipulate her. Yeah, now they gonna, yeah, you feel me? The evil dudes gonna love that. But like you know what I'm saying?
Most niggas is evil, Von.
Nah, I feel it. I mean, I feel like you outgrow it as you get older. I'm starting to become less
Bullshit.
evil as I get older. No, I'm
Hold on.
32 now. I don't
Hold
even play
on.
in
Hold
women's
on.
face, bro. I don't do none of that. No more.
I'll tell you right now how I know that. How I know that's bullshit. Because are 45, 50, 60-year-old men not obsessed with 20-year-old women?
Yeah, that's that generation though. That's that
Hold on, bro.
generation, bro.
Hold on,
Millennials,
son.
we move different, bro.
Hold on. Says who?
I'm just
I'm
talking.
42. I know a lot of niggas that still like 20-year-old women. What are you talking about?
Yeah, see, like that's where I've got to the point where now I'm 32 years old, bro, and I just literally was getting on myself like, man, I can't be dating no female like in their 20s, women in their 20s and stuff like that, mainly because I feel like I'm not trying to be no, like, I don't know if I can say this word, but the P word, bro. I'm not trying to be that. So it's just like I know I'm about
What's
to
the
get
P
old.
word?
Predator, you know.
Oh, predator. Yeah, you said predator. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not trying to be that. So like now I'm trying to train my brain right now at 32. Like, man, don't even mess with girls in their 30s, bro. Just keep working,
In their
working on
20s.
yourself. In their 20s, yeah. In their 20s.
You only 32. I mean, you can mess with a woman in her 20s. You just saying like early 20s.
Early 20s type, yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like I gotta clock some real quick because I feel like y'all and a lot of men do this. I think y'all project a lot of things onto women that you find beautiful because you think of her as the way you would be if you had her beauty.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the things that y'all project onto women that y'all find attractive, that like, oh, life is easy for her and she just gets by on her looks for everything and she's not smart, she doesn't work hard. It's because that's how you would be if you were a woman and you looked like that. You would use that to your full advantage. You wouldn't work hard. You wouldn't you know, you would just try to get by solely off being a woman with a vagina and having a pretty face. And I think a lot of y'all make a lot of assumptions about women who you deem attractive based on how you would be if you were her.
I mean, I was kind of like, I would say me personally. No, I was just saying, I was just speaking, like in general, like a woman who's very beautiful. Like, you feel me? A lot of people, they have a lot of attraction, and I was saying a lot of them people aren't attracted to her personality; they're attracted to her looks. I'm not saying.
Do men not get the same benefits, Jake or Vaughn? Because you guys are talking
My
about
fault. Yeah, I
attractiveness.
should have said women are men. Because it's just my fault. Yeah, because yeah, men
But it's-
who are very handsome, and then women that are very beautiful.
Not even handsome.
songs.
Not even handsome. Not even handsome. If you guys look up like the correlation between height and success, it's crazy.
Oh, that too.
You ain't gotta be cute. Cause I'll be honest with you. I think most tall niggas is ugly. Cause I'm a taller dude, so I can see them. I think a lot of women don't see the faces of tall dudes because they don't get to see the niggas face to face. Them niggas' faces be this motherfucking long. I got a homie that I got some tall ass homies. I ain't gonna even lie. I got some niggas that I rock with that's taller than me. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't never just looked at them niggas like eye to eye. You be like, this nigga funny looking as shit. This overlooking ass nigga. But women just be like, I'm like, you can't see the nigga. You looking at this part of this nigga. That's why. I know.
But I'm gonna say
my
this,
wife can
though.
only see me from here until we lay down.
But I still feel like a beautiful woman gets further than all of that, like tall, handsome
Bullshit.
men, all of that. Because just look at it like this. I don't know if you can name one tall, whether he handsome or not, that like literally somebody is willing to take care of their whole life. Like they literally, could get a baller.
But wait,
just pick them
someone
up
that's
off
not
the
in the
streets
NBA.
just for that.
but time out. So men don't bring the same value to women's lives that women bring to our lives. So you thinking that it's just the beauty already tells me you don't understand all the value that women bring. It's not just because she's beautiful. It's not.
That's the point I was trying to make. They didn't get it though.
Yeah, it's all the other stuff that women bring as well, right? Because whether the woman, she don't got to be the most beautiful. It's a ton of women that are not the most attractive women to anybody up here, but they getting all their bills paid for, everything. You know what I'm saying? They get to go shopping and all of that shit. And why? Because they do. Look at what they do. Look at all the shit that they do for their family. Look at all the things that they do for their husbands and da-da-da-da-da. And some men recognize that like, yeah, shit, I gotta like look at all the shit she doing for me.
Well, I mean, you speaking on women. I'm saying, for instance, like, okay, like in the rap game, you got like rappers or whatever like that. And I know people gonna be like, rappers, like, what is it? But I'm just saying though, like, who would prey on young 20s who are like beautiful women and then grab them up and then use them up and then spit them back out. You know what I'm saying? And it's only mainly because of their beauty. I don't think they're
But
looking
listen
at
to
them
what
like,
you just said, Vaughn. They would prey on them, grab
Right.
them up, use them, and spit them out. And you're saying that as if that's a privilege that those women got because
That's a
they're
wild
pretty.
privilege to
No,
get
but
chewed
listen-
up and spat out.
No, but yeah, you're exactly right. It's not a privilege, but at the end of the day, like somebody, I don't know if it was Jake, but somebody came up here and said like that is an opportunity.
It's not.
I never said that.
Getting used is getting abused. What do you mean?
No, not even abused not even abused. Like, not saying that they're abusive, but I'm saying
They are abusing them. You just described abuse.
Okay, but no, listen, in your early 20s as I'm not describing abuse as far as like physical. I'm saying
I'm not talking about physical abuse. I'm saying there are other forms of abuse. But if they're getting used, they're getting abused. You can't separate the two. There's no way you can
but
use a person.
there's
not
women
abuse a
getting
person.
used at the early age like that every day, and they ain't getting nothing for it. They not getting nothing for it. You know what I'm saying?
Make it okay.
It does,
either
no,
way.
I'm not saying none of this is okay. I'm using these as an example. I'm trying to say like, oh, this is
You're
okay.
doing the same thing that we talked about earlier. You're basically taking stuff that men do, like I said, because men are thirsty fucking animals out here, right? And we just consume beauty. That's what we like. And you're saying like, well, she has this privilege because she's beautiful. But she doesn't though. She's getting abused. That's not a privilege. It's just not. You can't frame that as a privilege. It's not like these women, it's not like these men swoop in, grab the woman up, and then take care of her and treat her good simply because she's beautiful. Then I would be like, okay, That's
Right.
crazy. But name you saying name a tall dude that's happened to. Name a woman that's happened to.
Oh, if I say it, then there's gonna be women that be like, "Well, no, she
Name
had
them.
this, she
Name the
had
woman. We'll
this."
see.
I'm gonna say like, for instance, like who the shorty that little baby was with. I don't even know what she does,
Jada.
bro.
Jada.
It's just who
Jada Waiter.
Jada Waiter, Ari. You got these
What did
girls
he do
like
to
Nadia, like on TikTok.
wait. Does Jada Waiter have his child?
Okay, but I'm talking about she has his child, but I'm talking about.
Talking about. So he got this woman pregnant and then abandoned her. How did he swoop? So listen to what I said again. Name a scenario where a wealthy man, a man with a lot of resource, a lot of means, came in, scooped the woman up, and took care of her, and continues to take care of her. Simply because, and in your mind, simply because she's beautiful. Name that person. I want to know.
I mean, I would have to do my research on that. I just see it often, you know what I'm saying?
But if you see it all day, then you should be able to identify it.
I mean, like the thing about it, if they spit them back out and throw them out to the streets like they're nothing, like I'm not going to. I don't even be remembering their name. I just be like, dang, he was with her, and like he got her when she was young, and then now it's just kind of like she's out here in the Houston clubs, or she out here in the clubs, and she's just like really lost. She looks lost for real. Okay. And I'm just saying, like,
so we can say safely right now,
Jada and them were smarter than that. That's why.
But I mean, she still got pregnant by a nigga. But I'm gonna tell you right now that based on what you're saying, as of now, I'm gonna have to say that what you're describing doesn't happen, because you haven't been able to substantiate an example of that of a man scooping up a woman simply because she was beautiful. Because you said the same thing. Oh, a man, where did a woman do da-da-da-da-da? You know what I'm saying? Take care of this man. The first person that jumped to my mind was goddamn Mr. Simone Biles. But I could be wrong because he got a job. So I'm not going to say that. You know what I'm saying? He got a job as of right now. But his football career is going to end, by the way. He can't play football forever. That got a short shelf life. He might be out of the league for all I know already. I ain't heard his name on the TV this year.
So good though because the girl got money.
You said what?
He's good though because his girl has
That's
money.
what thank you.
Right.
Thank you. I see women. Go ahead, Shane.
I was gonna say Jada wasn't really a great example either, because she had more money when her and Lil Baby met. When he started trying to get with her, he was in jail, and then he got out of jail and immediately went to pursue her, and they started dating from there. She was already a successful business owner when they met. Of course, he became a famous rapper, and now he has way more money than her. But that's not how they started.
Okay, yeah. See, I was uninformed.
She built this nigga up.
I mean, I won't say she built him. I don't know what she had to do with his rap career. But
me personally, I had no idea
when he was trying to talk to her. She'd been a business owner since she was in high school.
God.
Everybody knew about her in that respective area. Everybody knew her more than they knew him. And then he got famous, and then it was like, oh, okay, Lil Baby's the more famous one, but they didn't start that way.
So the complete opposite of what I'm describing. It was she actually saved this ugly ass nigga.
Essentially. That's why a lot of people think she got her start from him, and that's why she's still good on her own. No, she was good on her own before she even met him.
Interesting.
He was curving him.
I see that a lot. I see a lot of women scooping niggas up, BOA. I see a lot of women taking care of niggas, BOA. I see a lot of homosexual men out here having their way in the world because they attractive or whatever the case, or they spit a good game or whatever the case may be. And the woman just taking care of that nigga. And then sometimes it works out. He get on his 2 feet and he, you know what I'm saying? He turned into the man that she needed. But most of the time it don't work out that way. Most of the time she work out alone with a baby.
Yeah, they even talked about this before in interviews where he was saying how he wasn't even taking rap seriously. Like he would just do it for fun. And she was the one encouraging him to pursue it and take it seriously and get studio time.
Nah, we ain't about to get Jada away to all that, man. Look, that's
They
little
See,
baby.
you don't want to
said
get that
it.
woman her
Look, y'all
props.
ain't, yeah,
They
nah,
said
y'all
it
giving
in interviews, and he
nah,
agreed.
bro.
It was Diddy that
He
said
said
They
that.
he
trying to
said
give her
this.
too
Lil
much
Baby
now,
gave
bro.
Jada Waiter that credit, and you don't want to give it to her.
Can't get a woman the credit. He's still trying to he's still trying to run cover for this nigga.
Nah, cause at the end of the day, she ain't the one writing the songs, bro. Like I
Nah,
like
that's
this
Yeah,
nigga.
not what
I
we
didn't
I don't
say
care about his
I
money.
didn't say she built him. I said he
Bro,
said
y'all
himself
killing me with this,
he was
bro.
not
She gave him
trying to
the
take
platform.
rap seriously.
I'm a misogynist.
He was not
king.
trying to take rap seriously, and she encouraged him that he could be a serious
I thought
rapper,
it was
and he
Young
started
Thug
to
though.
take it seriously.
I thought it was Young Thug because
Gang, she's blocked.
Young Thug paid Little Baby to get out the hood.
That's the story they told, but that nigga was in jail, so he must have didn't pay enough because he was still.
That's funny.
So this nigga jumped on the TV and told everybody it was Jeffrey, but really it was Jada. Interesting. I believe in Jada, by the way. Most niggas don't be saving niggas from the streets like that. Usually be a woman saving you. But that's me though.
What happened with Young Thug happened
Hey,
after
man.
all of this. He said that Jada encouraged him to start rapping seriously, and that's when Young Thug discovered everything happened after Jada encouraged him to be more serious about his rap. He said that himself.
Okay.
Mello has a word. Go ahead, Mello. Say that stupid shit you just put in the chat.
See, you start with me already.
Hey man,
You messed up.
it was just
Hang
dumb
on,
as
hang
fuck.
on,
I just wanted you to
hang on.
I want everybody to hear it because I don't know if they
The
read it.
first thing you messed up and said was Jonathan Owens, who is actually the safety for the Bears, and me being a Bears fan, is balling right now. He ain't going nowhere for a minute. He actually scooped up a fumble and scored the first non-offensive touchdown. So Jonathan Owens is balling right now, making tackles, making plays. He ain't going nowhere.
We love that for him.
I really am rooting for Jonathan, Mr. Simone Biles.
So let me clarify that. Now, what statement are you exactly talking about? Because my thing is
Made a lot of them, huh?
because there are beautiful women or wives that get with successful men that really don't have a hard life. They have a soft life because he's in corporate, he's an executive. She does nothing but either raise the kids if they have kids, or if not, she has an even softer life because she
I'll
doesn't.
be lying. Mello,
No
why do you come up here and lie as if we're not full grown adults that understand how the house works? Like, you can tell that lie to a 20-something-year-old kid that ain't never fucking, lived on his own or cleaned up or
What's
raised
the
a
lie?
family.
Where's
But
the
you
lie?
can't tell that lie to me, sir. You
Where's
can't tell
the
me.
lie?
The lie is you're acting like that woman, because that man has a corporate job, that now this woman has a soft life. How was her life soft? And you just making and I don't care about no bullshit assumptions. Put a name to it. Put a name on it. What woman? You just saying it exists. Where?
Hell, Anna Nicole Smith starting off had a softer life because of her beauty. Marilyn Monroe really had a soft life because of her beauty. They just made bad choices.
Marilyn Monroe was abused. They think that woman was unalived. To this day, 60-something years later, they think Marilyn Monroe was by somebody else. What the hell are you talking about?
But they say,
Anna
well,
Nicole
public,
Smith,
that's the
same thing.
That's anybody that I'm talking about. But think about, she didn't have kids. She got high all the time. I mean, hell, she was favored by the president.
So
by the president.
What?
So come on now.
What usually compels people to get high all the time?
Depression.
Don't sound like
I can't say depression. No, public. Honestly, that's something. Let's look, public. That's one of them subjects where I really don't delve into because I don't know that. Like I said,
you don't know
all that crap.
But you know that she was.
Public. No, public. Listen to me. I dealt with adversity. I dealt with all that. Smugs have been around me my whole life, but I never delved into.
Nobody cares, Mello.
No, but what I'm saying, public, is I can't tell you what makes people take an alternative route for them to try and start drinking or start smoking or whatever. That's on their person. because everybody doesn't do that.
But she was your example, and just the fact that she had to use smugs for a lot of her life just to get through it should tell any logical person that maybe your life isn't that soft if you got to do smugs every day just to get through your day.
You know what's funny, Shan? I've seen somebody use
She
slugs.
unalive before the age of 40. There's nothing soft about that life.
I've seen somebody use smugs just because they were bored. They didn't have nothing else to do. So I said, I've
obviously, Mello, that's not what I'm
personally
talking
seen somebody
about.
do smugs. So you can't cover
I
that for everybody. We really don't know.
I specifically said when somebody does it so much that they have to do it just to get through their day, that's not somebody doing it just out of boredom. That's somebody that has a debilitating addiction to it. There's nothing soft about your life when you have a debilitating addiction to smugs, so much so that you know it could potentially and will unalive you at some point, and you can't stop doing it. That's not boredom, that's an addiction.
And I have a question for you, Mello. Can you answer the question, what's so hard about being a man? Oh, he's muted. Let's unmute him. You're muted, Mello. He might be driving. He might not know.
Ask that question if he's not available.
Okay, check it out. All I'm going to say is this, and I can't answer that in general. I have to say this. It's very difficult to be brought up as a black man, That's all I'm going to say. You know, as a black man, the trials and tribulations we face from childhood on up until we damn near have a foot in the grave. It's not easy.
Mostly caused by other black men, but keep going.
Mostly caused by society as they look at you.
Society isn't a thing. Black men are real. I'm talking about the material world. Society is just a word. It's a concept. Black men.
Society is a concept?
Yeah. Society is, yeah, absolutely. You don't have to have a society.
So when I step out the door and I'm in an area and a woman decides to lock her doors after she looks at me, that's a concept?
That's an act. See how dumb? What?
No, that's part of the difficulty. See, sometimes you're deemed.
How does that make your life more difficult, Mello? How does that make your life difficult?
Because you're already scrutinized as being.
How does that make your life difficult? How does that affect your material world? Does it stop you from doing anything outside of robbing that woman? Was you gonna rob her?
No.
Okay, then what the fuck? How does that make your life more difficult?
The way people perceive you will stop you from even getting a job or stepping your foot into a job interview. Public, that's different. That makes your life more difficult.
So you're talking about racism. Got you. Okay. So, let's scale it back. As a man, what is so hard about being a man? Not as what's so hard about being black.
I said black man. I'm not going to say as a man.
It ain't got nothing to do with being sir. Whatever you're gonna say about being a black man, the same rules would apply to a black woman, right? So I'm asking you. No,
it does not, public, because that's why there's really not.
It's worse for black women.
Okay, but that's why black women have a prison or school to prison pipeline already set out there for them. They don't.
They do.
They don't. No, they don't. That's why there's not nearly as many prisons.
All right. We gonna mute you real quick because you yapping now. But we gonna take it. We gonna do something real quick. Y'all hold tight. Y'all hold tight. Y'all hold tight. Give me 1 second. I got you right now, Cognac Jack. Give me 1 second, brother. I'm gonna let you go off. I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play. Give me 45 seconds of your time. Says Mello up here just saying stuff. Give me 45 seconds of your time. That's all I want.
What up, Cognac?
That's all I want. That's all I need.
What's up, Mello?
All right. So let's do this. We gonna run it. We gonna run it like this. I'm not gonna have this debate with you. I'm gonna let this person have this debate with you. And just real quick, this is what he said. This is beautiful because this is what Mello sound like.
Is those specific things of being a male that allows gender specific problems that necessarily sometimes get lost in the greater conversation.
Right. Like what?
Right. I mean, so school to prison pipelines.
But here's the deal. If I pull the data right now,
the suspension rates for black boys is on par with the suspension rates of black girls. So again, the only thing I'm asking is when I hear the nuances of black men, what I want to know is what's the nuance?
Well, economic opportunity, I would say that's one of them. Funding for education, our education system is broken.
Okay, let's stop right there. Okay, funding for education. If black boys going to school and the black girls going to school, they're under the same funding paradigm. No. I'm not talking college. I'm talking like elementary school, middle school, high school. So school funding is not based upon gender. School funding is based upon enrollment.
But I would also say representation.
But that's all y'all niggas got is a whole lot of butts. You niggas is fucking. Y'all love butts more than Diddy in this motherfucker. Y'all some butt
Got a
babies.
problem for every solution.
Oh, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the woe is me. Stop it, black man. Stop that shit. They don't got a school to prison pipeline for black women. They fucking do. They absolutely do. The hell are you talking about? And you know what was crazy about what Roland said right there when he said that black boys and black girls are suspended at the same rate? As far as I know, it's not like that for any other race. White boys are suspended more than white girls. So if black girls is being suspended at the same rate as black boys, that means black girls are being targeted more than black boys. That's what I got from what he was saying. I don't know if that's what he was saying, but if that's what he was saying, then that would actually prove to me that black girls are being targeted. That black girls are actually being targeted. Talking about there ain't no school to prison pipeline. Please stop it. Please don't do that. Go ahead, Cognac.
Hello, everybody.
What's good with it?
But like you say, when you really just look at it from a broad perspective, ain't shit hard about being a man. Ain't shit hard about being a man because it's all about self accountability. When you're self accountable, you make it easier for yourself because you know the drive, you know the vision, and you know the path that you choose to take. So when you just put it at a broad perspective, yes, we can say certain things are past, but look at the present. Tell me what opportunity that a man doesn't have that he, and that's the key to the whole thing. Tell me what opportunity a man has that he chooses to have.
This is what I think. Even if you want to talk about black men specifically, right? I understand intersectionality. I understand that we live in a patriarchal, racist, capitalist society where black people as a group are at the bottom. I wholeheartedly understand that. I'm not one of those. You're not gonna hear me be the black person to be up here like pull yourself up by your bootstraps. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, whatever issues you have in life as a black man, it ain't because you're a man. It's because you're black. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's it. So when I ask you, what's so hard about being a man, you tell me. What's so hard about being a man?
He didn't say, why is it hard to be black? We get that. We know.
I get it. It's hard. It's hard to be black. It is. It is hard to be black. But I understand that whatever is happening to me, just on the, you know what I'm saying, just on my look, you know what I'm saying, it ain't got nothing to do with me being a man. It ain't got nothing to do with me having a penis. Ain't got nothing to do with that. And I also understand that because I have a penis, I have an advantage. Even though I'm black, I get some advantages because I have a penis. That's all I'm saying. So once again, what is so hard about being a man? Cognac said nothing.
I was gonna also say though, like, cause I think Mello was basically just bringing up the fact that being a black man is hard just because it's just out of like all other races of men, you know, so many people like to say that. Like they just like to say like black. And I'm a black man and I say like I say growing up.
Hey, wait. Who goes to prison more? White men or white women?
I'm not sure.
White men. Who goes to prison more? Asian men or Asian women?
Probably Asian men.
Asian men. Who goes to prison more, Latino men or Latino women?
The men.
Latino men. Who goes to prison more, black men or black women?
The men.
Okay, cool. So we know if you look at it from that aspect, the problem ain't the race. The problem is the gender.
Right, yeah.
See what I'm saying? The problem is the gender. The reason why there aren't as many black women in prison as there are black men ain't because black women ain't targeted like black men are. It's because they don't make the same fucking mistakes. They don't gangbang as much. They don't sell smugs as much. They don't commit violent acts of crime as much. They don't rob people as like that is why. That is why, and that is across the board for every woman of every group. That's the difference. You would have to compare it like that, right? You would have to compare black to black, a black man to a black woman. Because I get it, white women ain't gonna go to prison like white women ain't gonna go to prison like black women. We understand that, but we know that is because of the race. We know that black men are going to prison more than other men because of the race. Not because we're black, or I'm saying not just because we're, like black people are inherently bad. Not because, it's because men engage in riskier and more dangerous and more harmful behaviors than women do. That is the connection to make there. Now we got to get into the why and the da-da-da-da-da, and let's unpack that shit. But being a man, once again, back to my original point in the prompt, is easy. It's easy to be a man. Being a man is extremely easy. I'm saying that as a black man, like all the childhood bullshit that I went through and all the drama and all the trauma and all of that shit, I can say right now, unequivocally, without a doubt, my life is easier. I think my life is easier. My life is easier than my wife's life is.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you that because I was gonna say like, okay, you being married, I was gonna ask like, who do you like? Do you think your wife got it harder than you? Like,
my wife has it way harder than me.
That's crazy.
Way harder than me. Extreme. And here go the part that a lot of men don't be wanting to tell y'all. A reason why her life is harder, a reason her life is easier than mine is because of me. Like her life is harder because of me. Like, so if you remove me from her life probably gets easier. I'm not gonna even lie. If you took me out of her life,
bro,
her life probably gets easier.
Crazy.
Yeah, no, for sure. It probably gets easier.
Nah, I ain't gonna stunt though. Like, it's just kind of giving me a new perspective. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this panel give me a new perspective because it's just kind of like I would like to believe that when I get in a woman's life, it's easier. So now it's like, dang, am I like making it harder on them?
Yep,
bro?
you are.
You are.
Well, look, that's but
you
listen,
gotta ask,
how I know that's not the truth though, is because they always spin the block, bro.
If you gotta ask, that don't mean nothing. If you gotta ask, you are.
That don't mean.
It really doesn't. Like,
it don't mean nothing.
People spend the block because of loneliness. People spend the block maybe because they having a hard time paying their bills. It's a lot of different reasons people spend the block. It don't mean you was making her life easier.
Let me ask you a question, Vaughn. Do you eat it from the bike on the regular?
Hell no.
Nah, see, so that we know they're not spending the block.
But listen, this the thing though. This is why I said that.
Proud to say that.
How you making their life easier, nigga? You don't even eat it from the bike, nigga.
Right. Nah, that's crazy work. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Nah, but listen, I'm gonna tell you though, like, because it's just kind of like, for instance, when I was just telling you about my little situation, like, I ain't never had that happen to me. Somebody pay my bills, man. I mean, well, not my bills, but pay the bills while I can stack my bread. That'd be nice, man. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, I kind of made it easier for sure. You feel me? Her credit score up there, everything. She, you know what I'm saying? And all she had to do was just chill, like. And that's what I meant by like, okay, like I kind of made that easier for her. So you know what I'm saying? I'm saying it in that type of aspect, like. And
while you were doing that, and she was stacking her bread, what was she doing?
She was stacking her bread, ordering. I'm seeing a new Amazon package come every week, like every Shein, everything.
But what was she doing, Vaughn? What was she doing?
What was she doing?
What was she doing for you? You were paying all those bills. She was stacking her bread because you're just such an altruistic person.
No, it's not even.
And she was like barely at home with you. What was she doing?
And you wasn't eating it out.
What you talking about for? What you talking about for work?
No, what was she doing in the relationship?
Nothing. She wasn't doing nothing. She just
went cleaning.
That's
she
what they
played
all
Fortnite and stuff, bro. Like that's it, bro. Like for real.
Choose better, nigga. Choose better.
You did what?
No, for real. Because I just feel like she didn't. That's how I was.
Hey, hold on, let Kanye say that again. Say it again, Kanye. What you say?
That was the choice you made. Because at the end of the day, you made that choice to say, okay, I approve of this. Hell
Nah,
no.
fact.
Because they
I
be
would.
lying.
Hey, hold
They're
on, wait,
That's
hold
on
on.
lying.
God. That's on
I
God.
gotta tell you something. I gotta tell you something right now. Y'all know I told y'all.
He
I
out here
told y'all.
completely lost.
I'm an easy mark. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never really. I could see myself being a trick in a different life. I ain't gonna even hold you. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. That can never be me. That,
Okay, I
Nah,
got a
but because
question
the way
though.
I look at it
could
is
never,
my fault,
ever,
Cognac. The way I look at it is.
ever go to
But
work
listen, this
every
the
day,
thing. The way
come
I look at
home,
it
and this
as.
Hold
woman
on,
buying
Vaughn. Hold
Amazon
on.
packages and shit like that, and she not even cleaning up?
But
My
how's it
nigga.
tricking when you buying what you want?
You feel me? Like, nah, but listen, the whole thing though, like that's what I was just about to say. Cause if she, I don't want to get smexful, but I'm saying you talking about like what she got to do, like what she doing in the crib, like me, and that's it. And
Oh,
you
you was
feel
paying
me?
for box.
Man, pretty much. You feel me? Like I
Yeah, you
guess
was a
that's what
real
it looked
trick.
like. That's what it looked like. But
For an image.
we had a
He just
genuine
paid for an
connection, you
image.
feel me? But I'm just saying though, for that shorty, I'm just like, that was a good, like when I look back at it still to this day, I'd be like, yo, dang,
How long was that? How long did you do
2
that, Vaughn?
years, bro, like 2 years. And she ahead of me and she in her early 20s. I'm 30 something. She got a better car than me, everything. Her credit better, everything.
It
Like
was
she
based on
passed me
attraction?
real quick. Huh?
It was based on attraction?
Yeah, she was fire. And then I just,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I got you. I'm paying everything. Like she had me. I was in a trance, bro. Like now I see it because now I'm out the trance.
I see what happened. That's why y'all keep talking about beautiful. Okay, so
Yeah, it happened to me. So
okay, so I see y'all. That's what I be saying. Y'all be. I'm just glad you admitted it. So you are you men in general, but not this ain't this Vaughn. It's happened to many men before, and it'll happen to many men after you. You fell for this woman BOA, right? Based on attraction. She and based on attraction, you was willing to trick, you was willing to spin, right?
right.
Now, that sounds like a personal choice. She won whatever, she came out on top, cool, whatever. But all I'm saying is that you should have chose better. Cause that ain't what the fuck, like at the end of the day, what is you doing with a woman that ain't doing nothing for you, bro, outside of giving you vagina?
I mean, but that's if that's all I wanted. What else do I want from her? Like I know how to cook, clean. I was
Be a
raised by a
partner
single
to talk to
mom,
What are
bro.
you
you and be
She
complaining
don't even know how
about?
to cook that good or clean that good. She not better than me at cooking, cleaning, or making money. So I'm good at
That's
those.
what
But
he's
she
basically
better
telling
at
you.
that
Wrong
go to.
choice.
So
She
then
don't
what are
know.
you
She don't
complaining
possess none of
about? Because
those
that's what I'm
things.
saying. Y'all be
No,
acting
I'm
like
not.
it's a
Hold on, let
problem.
Kanye go. Hold on. Go ahead, Kanye. What'd you say?
What you basically saying, she don't possess none of those things. That's the wrong choice. She don't cook. She don't clean. You're paying for everything, and then you working too, and you got to clean up. Nah, hell no.
I
Fuck
would
no.
never feel bad
No
for no
way.
man that tell me this story. I would
Nah,
never
see,
feel
that's the
No
thing.
way.
I'm not trying to get
that
no.
is you.
I'm not trying to get no sympathy or nothing.
Okay,
No,
I
I'm
just want
just
to make
saying.
sure we clear because I don't give a fuck. Like, good.
Nah,
Hey,
nah, nah. Like that might have been
congratulations to
something I
that woman.
had to do. You feel me? Some other dudes ain't got to do that. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I was just saying that just kind of like something. Well, now, because now looking back at it, maybe she did not find me, physically attractive or whatever. So maybe it was still harder on her for certain things. But at the end of the day, it was just kind of like when we say life, like life is like paying bills and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So
That's not life. That's what y'all think. Y'all think as long as you paying somebody's bills, you're
Nah, it's not
automatically
like,
making their
man.
life easier.
Communication, affection. It's being the person that you were when you met that person. You can't stop being that person that you were when you met that person, and that's where a lot of people go wrong at. When you change from that person you were when you met her, that's where you fail that woman at. Because like I'm saying, we pursued that woman. You know what I'm saying? Because me and hunters by nature. So when you pursue the woman, you had to say it in pursuit.
Hunters
We
by
hunters by
nature.
nature.
What you mean?
Yeah.
Hang on, Cognac. Pub, let me ask you something, because you just said a key thing that I kind of keyed in on. You said any man that's like that, you wouldn't feel sorry for him. If he ended up with a woman that didn't cook, didn't clean, and basically he went out and did everything, made the money, came home, so you wouldn't feel sorry for him. So
He wanted that woman. Yeah, he wanted
hang
that type of
on,
woman. He signed up for that
Pub.
woman.
So if you reverse that and a woman was doing the same thing and she got with a dude that worth nothing, would you feel bad for her?
No, but that almost never happens though, because the men be lying to the women. That's the point. That's the difference. That woman didn't lie to Vaughn. Vaughn knew exactly who she was when he met her. She was who we thought she was, right, Vaughn? She was who we thought she was.
facts. Yeah, and that's why I wasn't saying that like, I want somebody to feel sympathy for me. I was just trying to see if they felt like that was easier, like if her life was a little bit easier than mine at that time.
Somebody in the comments said,
Of course, her
tricky.
life was easy. She didn't have to pay a toll fee, so of course her life was easy. You know what I'm saying? But
She had to suck your bumpy dick for 2 months, nigga. What the
Oh
fuck?
nah,
That's what I'm saying. It
crazy.
depends. We don't know the specifics, and I'm not gonna ask for it. But it depends.
for 20 minutes sucking a dick for 20
We
minutes.
don't know how easy it was. We weren't there.
Nah, fact, y'all don't know how easy it was though. I ain't gonna lie, she might have had it harder. Ain't gonna...
Oh my God.
We know, Vaughn.
I
I'm
know
a
one thing
woman.
about
You can't lie
life.
to me about
Woman
this.
with-
Y'all
woman
love
with
to act
freaky-
like y'all be giving these women this soft life because you paying bills. Don't nobody know what's going on behind them closed doors but you and her.
True, but what I'm saying is, yeah, if you just only paying bills, no, you're not making her life soft. Hold on, baby.
Are you gonna pick my charger?
I'm finna go put it on charger for you, okay?
Okay.
But you're not making her life soft, you know what I'm saying, just by paying bills. There's more to it, just like I just stated. It's way more to it than just paying bills, bro. That woman has needs outside just paying bills. You know what I'm saying? So it's communication, it's affection, it's, you know what I'm saying, understanding. It's just being a listening ear, you know, when she's not who she always are. It's just being that, you know
I'm
what I'm
so
saying?
confused
And
though.
that's another thing.
I'm
My
so
fault.
confused though. Wait. I'm so confused, Vaughn. You saying this woman was that bad? You had her in the house with you for 2 years, and she was so fine. You was willing to pay all the bills, but you wasn't willing to eat it from the bike, my nigga.
Nah, bro. Like, listen, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna keep it a bean.
That type of shit don't never.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it a bean. That's where you draw the line, though. That's where you draw the line, gang. Because you
Draw
got
the line and eating it from the bike.
Yeah, nah. That's where. That's where in my brain. That's where in my head I was telling myself like I gotta draw the line
How old
like
are
that.
you? Hold
Nah,
on,
because
Vaughn.
Uh,
look,
How
I'm
old are
32.
you?
Look, I'm
Draw
32.
the
though.
line.
You
That's where you.
32?
Yeah,
That's
I'm
what
I
he
think he
32.
thinks y'all mean
Look,
eating booty. I think
Nah,
that's what
cause
he
look.
think y'all mean.
Nah, because I'm saying though, if you
Sometimes
doing
it's
everything, bro, you financially carrying everything, you cooking, you cleaning, I'm already
Go to
the
the
B
corner
word. You
pub.
feel me? Then I'm eating butt too. It's crazy, bro. Like that's crazy. Nah, that's too much. That's too much, bro.
Hold on. Can I
Like, I'm
say
doing too
something?
much at that
I
point, bro.
told y'all that's what he
Can
thought
I
y'all was
say
talking
something?
about.
Okay,
Can I
I'm
say
with it.
something? First of all, no, we weren't talking about eating butt, but any grown man who eat it from the bike, know that tongues go places. You, my good sir, please, with all due respect, I promise you I mean this. You gotta grow up, like seriously. I was coming up here to say that to Mello too. Like, I don't know why y'all want to be the victim so bad. I thought that was a feminine trait. And
Hold on,
it's
wait.
so funny to hold on, wait me, because I'm not done and I got ADHD. You're gonna make me forget my thought. Every challenge that I've been faced with in my life as a black woman, I overcome that shit. I hop over that shit like a hurdle at the Olympic race. Every single challenge I have been everything I've been faced with, every opportunity that I placed in front of my life, I bodied that shit like fucking Mayweather. No L's, my boy. I don't cry about it. Boo hoo, I'm fucking black. But boo hoo, I'm doing what I gotta do. And every woman, I can say that. Every woman, I know Shan as well. We body that shit. Y'all get online and y'all cry about your plights. And then when we feel like we are victors and we have victory, y'all want to beat us down and say, no, get back to our level. You're not good enough. You're a baby mama. Feel bad about that. Oh my God, you're not good enough. You don't have natural hair. Feel bad about that. Everything we overcome, y'all want to beat us back down about that shit. Stop crying about it.
But see,
Stop
this is the thing
crying
though.
about it. You a grown ass man. So what? You got played. Get over it. Move on. Go
Nah, but
find
this
somebody
He didn't get
better.
played.
Shit.
Nah,
Nah,
he
this
didn't get
the thing. I
played.
ain't get played. That's what I'm
He did
trying to
not get
say. Look,
played. That
that's
nigga signed up for that
yeah.
shit.
Nah, that's
Hold on,
what
let
I'm
Kanye
saying.
go. Hold on, wait. Let Kanye go. He was trying to go. Go ahead, Kanye.
It's like this though. Yeah, you have people that actually does what you stated, but in certain cases, all men are not like that. So when y'all say what y'all go through, I sympathize sometimes. You know what I'm saying? When people say they go through certain situations, because I can see it without judgment. You see what I'm saying? I can see it from both spectrums. You know what I'm saying? The good side, the bad side, and in the middle. So you ain't always. You don't have to always choose a side of negative. You can choose the side of positive, or you can just stay in it neutral. But it's just to say, bro knew what he was doing from the time he started till he finished, and she didn't change not one bit to show him no signs of affection of help. See, she was like, nigga, you giving, I'm taking. You know what this is. It ain't gonna change.
You know that man's story.
Hey,
Niggas
put that
lie
girl.
every
Hey,
day.
Vaughn. Hey, Vaughn. I ain't gonna even hold
the
you.
story.
He did tell the story. I ain't gonna even hold you. I want to see what she look like now, cause
like, cause then it's gonna be even worse if y'all don't deem her to be beautiful. Like, we got different spectrums, bro. She was a bad bitch in my category.
Hold on. Show us the bottom half only.
Bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I mean, you feel me? Like, I ain't got no photos, bro. I had to cut that off for good. Like, I can't be having photos of her on my phone, man. That's crazy. Like, that did something to me, man. I had to get rid of everything.
You can't find her IG real quick? I just want to see.
Man,
let me see a calf muscle. Let me see the calf and the ankle on down. That's all I want to see.
She one of them judge of it.
Let me see.
So I'm saying you ain't never take care of a shorty bills. You ain't never, So
I paid all my wife. I paid all my family bills. I don't even think about it. It's not even something that I've ever thought about. Like, I've told this story a million times. I didn't like paying bills and whatever. That shit is like normal. Like, I've never been like, my money is my money. And like, from the moment me and my wife moved in together, we had a joint account. I put all my money in the account. We spent it was all the same money.
I do not keep up with that, bro.
It's the same way with me. I've been married 13 years. Everything from day one, when we got married, we sharing this. It ain't no you, I, me, no. This down the middle so we can know why everything going. So ain't nobody being blind about what's going on, why it's happening, how it's happening. So there's no confusion there. See, and that's what be going on. It be so much confusion when you're hiding things that you shouldn't hide.
Yeah. No, I just I've never thought about like money or in that way of like, oh well, I got to take care of her and da 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 da. Like, I never thought about that. It was just like, if I got it, if I make $1 million and you ain't got to work, if I make $500,000, you ain't got to, you know what I mean? Like, and I never got there, obviously, but when I made the most money I ever made up at that point, like up until that point, it came around. My wife, she wasn't working. She was at the house.
Well, how can you say then that her life is harder than yours when she's secure? Like, I don't know.
He said he used to. He didn't say he was doing that now.
Oh, I don't do that no more yet. My wife, she done graduated and got her master's and got a whole career. But
so your intentions was doing that till she got on her feet.
The complaint was that she not contributing, or that she wasn't cleaning up.
No. He didn't have a complaint. He didn't have a complaint about her.
No, I was basically, I'm gonna tell her real quick. The reason why I brought up that story was basically saying that's when a woman I felt like had it easier than I had it, where I was like, the only time I could use that example is when I took care of this girl for 2 years. She didn't have to pay no bills or nothing. But then y'all opening up the perspective like, nah, in your head, because financially you looking at it as she had it easier, but maybe she didn't have it easier as far as like, well, she didn't cook or clean or nothing either. That's what I'm telling y'all. So I'm like, where did she have it hard? And then it's like, the only thing I could think was, what was it dealing with me? Maybe she was like, dang, it's a chore even having schmecks with this nigga.
But my wife, but that's what I'm saying though. My wife, that wasn't her life. She had 2 small children. You know what I'm saying? And she stayed at home and she did all the labor in the house. You know what I'm saying? Until she came to me and was like, hey, motherfucker, like, you need to, like, I know you go out and work and that's good, making the money, and I appreciate that, but you need to do more shit at home. And I was like, oh, okay, like, fuck, I didn't know.
That's the majority. Like, the majority of women who get their quote unquote bills paid for, that's the situation they're in, and that shit is not easy.
Yep. And you know what was crazy about this? We never had a discussion about it. It wasn't like she was like, okay, so I'm gonna cook, clean, do the dish. Like, it was never that. It just happened. Because that's just how my wife is. She's that's why I say women are the leaders, because she was at home, so she just did whatever the fuck needed to get done. It wasn't like she would wait. You know what I'm saying? If there was laundry that needed to be washed, she would wash it. If it needed to be folded, she would fold it. If there was dishes that needed to be washed, she would clean. Like, she never. It was never like a discussion from that direction. But then when it was like too much for her, she came to me and was like, and I'm sure she like was taking it for a long time. And then she came to me and was like, yo, she sat me down and was like, I appreciate everything you're doing. Like, it was not she wasn't on some like, look, man, you gonna have to kick in, motherfucker. Like, it wasn't like that. She was like, yo, I appreciate everything you do. She coddled me. She did all the shit you're supposed to do to a nigga. And I was like, oh, okay. And I remember, I think the first time I was like, but, like, I pushed back. I pushed back, I remember. And then she was like, in the same conversation, she was like, look, you go to work for 8-9 hours a day. You come home. What do you do when you come home? And I was like, nothing. And she was like, cool. From the whole time you at work, what do you think I'm doing? I was like, working. Because when I'm off, I see what she's doing. She's always doing something. I was like, yeah. She was like, okay. And then when you come home, what am I doing? I'm still working. Yep. So I never get a break, right? Nope. Okay. So I work way more than you. So when you come home, I need for you to help me out. And I was like, oh. I tell people that's dumb, but that's the conversation. That's how the shit went. And I was like, okay, fair enough. I got you. Okay. And in full disclosure, it never got like 50-50, you know what I'm saying, on the inside or what. It never got there, but I just did more. I just had to do more. I was like, okay, cool. I need to step up. There's something I need to do. And I paid attention more. I was more attentive. You know what I'm saying? But like,
that is the reason you still married and my ex is still a baby daddy. The same thing, same conversation. You said, oh, he kept pushing back. That's why he got baby daddied. And you were husband.
No, I didn't keep pushing back. I was like, oh, okay. That's fair. Because this shit ain't rocket science. Like, goddamn, she literally just laid it out mathematically. She was like, you go to work for 9 hours, I work 15. Where the fuck when do I get a break? And I was like, you're right. That's unfair. Right.
And another thing is, it's recognizing too, though, like, especially when a woman had kids, man, it's like the burden, we put the burden on them. In most cases, we just put the whole full burden of the child on them in the early stages, because it's like we're wetting our feet, to step in to be able to assist in areas that need to be assist. But in most cases, in their mind, that's the first thing they say, I'm going to have to leave it alone. Because they don't know your nurturing sides until you show them. You know what I'm saying? So that was like one of the biggest things for me. I always was there, throughout the pregnancy, from day one to she had the baby, and I ain't never lost a step away, when she had the child. I stepped up even more in order to lighten the load. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want her to never feel like she's neglecting herself, or she's going without, or she didn't have the help or the support. Because like postmortem is a thing with women, and we don't as men. Postpartum, yeah. Postpartum is a thing with women that us as men don't understand it, because we don't go through it. So it was like I did my research on, those things and what to look out for and those things that nature, so I could, be a service and a help throughout.
Yeah. Lynn, go ahead, Lynn. I need to go. There you
go. Where you find this man at, Pug?
I've seen Cognac a few times.
Shout out to Cognac for helping his wife, the women over there in charge. His baby girl over there said put her phone on the charger, put her iPad on the charger.
Right now, like this morning, like she wanted to put on a dress. And I'm like, baby, you can't put no dress on. Guess what? I couldn't fight her. So I just had to let her, like I'm going to show y'all something right now, what she's doing. She want to do something like this. Okay, hold on. Okay. This is what she want to do. She want to sit in a chair on top of a... You can't get up there.
Yeah, that baby.
You can't get up there. This is what she want to get on top of.
She's trying to build a throne. That's what she's trying to do.
No, ma'am.
And that's why you can't leave your kids alone for 17 seconds.
They be trying to unalive themselves. They kids be trying to unalive themselves every day. Like, come on.
And that's why when men be like, it's easy raising kids, you can stay at home. I be like, no, the fuck it's not, nigga. You gotta be sitting in front of them little niggas like this all day. When your babies is under like 3, 4, I used to just be, my babies, I just be sitting there with that little nigga all day, just looking at him, making sure he don't do nothing stupid. You gotta watch his ass. You can't doze off for 5 minutes. You wake up real quick, you don't hear him. You be like, where this nigga at? He in the kitchen with he cutting the motherfucking stove on or something like that. He talking about he wanted to make cookies. And we ain't got no cookies. We got a whole bag of Oreos. Just stop. Just ask me.
It's the stop. Like, just
I just
stop.
wanted to.
Leave that shit alone.
I I still don't believe Vaughn. I'm sorry, Mr. Vaughn, but I do not believe you, because if you ask my ex, he would tell y'all the same dang story, that he went to work every day and I was at home and he didn't
Exactly,
do
Lynn.
nothing. And I'm like, sir, see, men want, because in this scenario, right, in my scenario, he would be like, you didn't do nothing all day. And I'm like, everything is already done. He want to come home, knock everything off the counter, make a mess, throw everything around just so he can go to work the next day and be like, clean all this shit up by the time I come back. And I'm like, sir, the house is already clean. What do you want me to do all day if the house is clean, because we ain't dirty people? And he like, you know what? Make a mess and clean it up, because you can't just be sitting here doing nothing. What? Now, either y'all some dirty people, or like the house is already clean, because like, what is there to do for two grown people who don't have kids? If she just sitting at home all day, what is there to do, sir?
Work out.
Does she not have a job? Yeah, right. Work out. Like, what else is there to do? Do y'all want to make a mess just so she can have something to clean up and do while you at work, or what?
Yeah, that's my exact point. That's
You
what I
go
was gonna
cheat.
say though, because I don't have any kids. I don't have any of that. So like when I was we didn't have no kids or nothing like that. So like, and then I'm in a 2-bedroom studio apartment. Like there's not really much to clean up. Like, and yeah,
Hold
so
on,
that's
what?
why I said she
What?
didn't
A
have to.
2-bedroom studio?
2-bedroom
Yeah.
studio.
Nah, that ain't a studio, son.
Well, 2-bedroom apartment. You know
There
what I'm
you
saying?
go. A 2-bedroom apartment. Studio is no
That's
bedroom.
what they. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
so like, you know what I'm saying? Like pretty much, yeah, I
Call
mean,
it a
but it's
studio
small.
because
It's
they be
not
having
that big.
600 square foot 2-bedroom apartments.
Well, yeah, it's not that big. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what my point was. And I'm just like, yeah, she didn't have to do nothing. I'm not saying like it was 0%. Like, yeah, of course, sometimes you clean up. But I was just using that example as it was a lot more harder when I
Did she have a job, Vaughn?
No, she never had a job. None of that. No. Her job
How
was
was she ordering
Fortnite.
packages off of Amazon then?
Oh, my money.
Damn.
But listen, all of this is while I was a scammer, so we're gonna rest this case.
Oh, you was scamming. This nigga was out scamming, nigga.
Now he done broke it out. See, now,
Oh,
hey, I
my
understand
God.
I understand his whole plight. He was a scammer, and the truth been told. Because when you're a
Now
scammer,
we
you
got
gonna
it.
pay what
Okay,
you
say
weigh
less now.
and don't
Okay,
care
I'm
about
sitting here,
nothing.
nigga out here scamming.
That's
Man,
why you gotta
gonna
wait
get
for
out
the
of
whole
here.
story.
Vaughn, you still got some connects? Get in my DMs.
Look at her.
Oh nah, I changed my life.
Look
Yeah,
at her, man.
Hit her up
trying
so
to
you
make
can
me
scam her. She want
I
to get
she about to be the method out this month.
she want to get scammed.
Yeah, I got you, gang.
See now, Vaughn. Hey, I understand now because I got partners, right?
Let me
That's
tell
our
you something. I
scammers.
cook a meal for a Chanel bag. Hey,
There you go.
you want some oxtail? Hey,
Oxtail. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say goddamn shrimp. What's that shit? Shrimp
With the
Alfredo.
chicken
That's the one
Alfredo.
Nah, baby, I like oxtail.
that
I like
chicken
hearty
Alfredo
meals.
meal. I be
I
like,
work out. Come on now, I need to feed myself.
man, hey, that chicken Alfredo, that shit be pissing me off. You catch her in the kitchen, dumping that shit out, dumping that jar out. I'm like, oh, get the fuck out of here.
Listen, ladies, if you're gonna make the chicken Alfredo, at least make the sauce from scratch. It just
That's what
tastes
I'm
better.
saying. I'm tired of this. If I catch
Some
her
of
in
these
the
niggas
kitchen,
deserve ragu.
Not to impress nobody, just it tastes better.
I
God
have
damn.
in my house. Ain't no way on God's green earth I'm finna be making some doggone sauce from scratch for kids who be talking about, I don't like this chicken, ma. It's wet. Why it tastes like that? I don't want noodles. Can I have rice with my? No, I'm not about to do that. That sauce is coming out that jar. I'm sorry.
That's fair. We for kids.
Play pub, eyes got wide when I said oxtail.
I thought like, ain't no way in hell you making oxtails for a nigga, but hey, she said for a bag.
Yeah, host, I was gonna say this too though, because like also like, you know, like there's men who like also would say like there's blue collar jobs, right? That certain women just cannot, they feel like can't work because it's too hard.
Ooh.
You know.
Who says that?
Huh?
Who says that? Women don't say that.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure statistically that shows that there's a lot more blue collar jobs that men work than women.
I don't mean shit because they also black people don't work those jobs. Black men don't work those jobs. Do that mean that we can't work them?
No, we just probably prefer not to. But I'm saying, you know,
Not true
like,
either. Not true either. They're locked out. We're locked out. We try to get those jobs. We're locked out. The same way when you go onto a work site, you a black man and you the only black man on the work site, they're gonna make you feel uncomfortable. They're gonna make a bunch of racist jokes, and you just, you gotta get in where you fit in. That's the same thing for women. It's worse for women.
No, I get that, Lux. She said 2 million more black women work than black men. 2 million more?
Mm-hmm.
Is that facts? Hold on, I'm about to
Fact
get
check.
Hold on, I gotta get.
Yeah. Black men don't. But men all around the world are dropping out of the workforce. All around the world. That's not a black male problem. That's a male problem. All around the world.
Wow, yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Real quick, y'all. Let's get up 200,000 likes real quick. Man, cash out one time. Keep the live alive. Are you not entertained? Man, come on. Let me read these super chats. Teresa said, different study, same result. Black women most experience more stress and adversity in school and still graduate at higher rates. That's actual factuals. Bonji Baby said, hey, y'all already know my question. Who's saying something stupid today? A couple people. Miss Slick No Name, Miss No Slick Name, sorry. I put together furniture, did small repairs, shoveled snow with both pregnancies. God damn. Basic chores plus more. Yeah, my wife wasn't doing all that. Nursing is very taxing on the body and mind, yet stigmatized against men. Pays good. Why y'all ain't in nursing school in droves? Because men hate going to school. Quick, easy answer. Men hate going to school and men hate helping other people. There you go. There you go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. BBG, what's good?
Hey y'all, two things, because I was listening a little bit earlier, and when they was talking about how hard it was being a man, I think that it's funny that men always equate the hardness to how much money they got to spend or how much money they got to make. Like, that's always the hard part, and I think it's super important that you mentioned, like, even with you and your wife, that you had to start participating in your family. I had that same conversation with my husband. And I was telling him, like, that's really great that you paying all the bills and, you doing this. Because I ain't touched the bill in I don't know how long. But I've always appreciated, that he's willing to take care of his family. But the thing that I told him that resonated with him the most was, you have to participate in the lives of your children. Like, I know you're working hard. I appreciate that you're working hard. I did the same thing, like you said, your wife did, coddled them a little bit, fluffed them up a little bit. But I told him, you're going to wake up one day and your kids are going to be bigger and they not going to know you. Yep. The only experience they're going to have are going to be with me. Their memories is going to be with me. And I don't want, as much as I'm sure you don't want that for you. The moment that I said that, it immediately clicked for him. Like, he started to do better and be better from that point, because of the fact that he was like, I don't want to miss out on my kids, milestones. I don't want to miss out on them doing things. I don't want to miss out on experiencing them. But like you said, for most men, because they really don't be caring about them kids. Like, they don't,
for some reason,
other people, they really don't. So it don't matter to them. They can miss out on that stuff. It's not gonna mean nothing if they miss the little recital when they 5, or the game when they 11. It doesn't mean anything, because them kids are supposed to be they legacy, they little mini me. They supposed to come in and do punishment and all of that stuff, and then they walk away. But they're not actually participating in the lives of their family.
It's real life facts. What up, Melanie? Are you there, Melanie Jones? No? Okay.
I had a little rebuttal to what she said, because I was gonna say, like, she was saying, like, her man's paid all the bills, whatever, you feel me? And then, like, I guess she's trying to say, like, just when you need him to be more family orientated or something. But I was gonna say, like, wouldn't that make it harder for him? Like, wouldn't that make it harder on the man, like, to not only be like having to be like structured financially, but also be there for his family, all like juggling it all that at the same time? Like,
women do that every day, brother.
But this is the thing though. What is hard? See, that's the key. You got to ask yourself, what is hard? Because you talk about day-to-day living. What is hard as being a man? Now, you see, we can justify put black on it, but what is hard about being a man?
Nah, I was just
I've been
saying
trying to
though.
Go
find
to work.
out.
I was
You
just
know
saying
you
though
have to pay
from
bills. You know you have to be sufficient. So what is hard about being a man?
But also, I wasn't asking him to participate in some kids we didn't know. I wasn't asking him to go to the rec center and like start coaching, some random kids in the community, which I don't think is harmful. But that's not what I was asking him. I was asking him to participate with his kids, the kids that he had created. So that's not too much, especially considering, like Puppet said, women are doing that. At the time, that's when I started my film career. I was doing 10 to 12 hour days where if he was at work and he couldn't take the kids with him, I would have to do my sets with a baby on my. I remember one time I had my son was like 2 or 3. He was sick. I had him on my hip, and then I had a 3-year-old that was running behind me and a 5-year-old that wanted snacks all at the same time while I was filming. No, it's not too much. It's not too hard because women consistent basis. The only difference is that men place their value and how much money they bring into the table and not actually participating in their families. And then they get upset because they end up in nursing homes. Them kids don't know you. Mama did Thanksgiving, and then that's she did the Thanksgiving food. She bought out the games. She did all the games. She doing, family karaoke. She figuring out how to do field trips and taking off work because people sick. Them kids don't know you, and then you get upset because they don't want to be around you because they haven't had any experiences with you.
Mm-hmm.
no, that's a fact.
And that's
And
what
not
made me
to
change and want to do different as a father because the experience I had in life without. See, and that's where we say, oh, the things where we went through, that fueled me to be better. That fueled me to be different because I know what I experienced with my mom raising 3 boys. I know what I experienced with a Holland parent because that's the way she know how to discipline. I know those things that I experienced, so I take those things and always be mindful. Boom, this the way she did it, so I got to do it totally opposite because I know that's not the right way. So, and being a father, I know I have to implement myself in this girl life every single day as much as I possibly can. So she could see the mold of a man, so she could know a present parent. Both her parents are present, and just being outstanding in any way possible. You know what I'm saying? To make sure she has the tools that she need to move forward in life.
I can tell you doing it. Oh, go
oh
ahead,
my
Leah.
bad.
You good?
I was gonna say not too much on you, Vaughn, but I'm about to bring it back to you. Now that we know your situation, that woman was doing a lot. The fact that you were participating in it rhymes
Illegal.
with criminal activities, her being there and dealing with you was enough. Like, you got to understand, one, you got the type of woman that you signed up for when you took your career, because had you been with a more serious woman, she you couldn't have messed with a woman who has a career like me. I wouldn't have done it. You don't I can't see no future in you. You're just a like you're so unserious. Like, I mean this, and I'm holding my hand when I tell you this. The type of man that you were just a plaything, because you weren't the type of man who I can seriously see a life with. Like, what type of woman would take you seriously doing that?
Yeah,
What
exactly.
type of woman would take you like, oh, I'm gonna build a family, I'm gonna actually support and help this man? No.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It
though.
Unless,
I was
wouldn't.
gonna say to that real quick though, real
unless you
quick.
was dating Joanne the scammer.
Yeah, look,
Right.
but that's the thing. That's what I was gonna say to that is that was the whole purpose of me actually leading financially, because it's just kind of like I know that like every dude, like I knew this wasn't a woman that I was gonna even have kids with. That's why I don't have kids with her now. And we was doing that unprotected. I just knew that. Like I was just like, I know this. So at the end of the day, what I'm gonna do is have your credit right. I'm about to not have you spending no money. I'm not, because I already know at least you're not wasting your time, which she still kind of was wasting time because she could have found somebody who she could have built something for real with. But during that time, at least she ain't have to lift a hand. That's why I did that. What I did, it wasn't.
Also, Vaughn, on your behalf, bro. See, she's seeing it from one perspective, but I done seen it from a different perspective on the scamming side, where these men are doing life changing things. You know what I'm saying? They scamming, but they are legalized too on the other side.
Oh, that's what I'm
So,
saying. Like, no,
so,
literally, my
so,
fault. Real quick,
and,
Kanye.
and
I was
I ain't talking about no chump change. I'm talking about hitting $200,000-300,000
no, for
licks.
sure. I was bringing 30, 40,000 like in months, but we going through that on vacation, all that. But what I was doing, like, just not even trying to get in my personal business, bro, because I'm just saying, like, she literally is the clean money right now. Whoever with her right now getting my clean money, bro, because I literally was clean money through her. Like, that's literally what I was doing. That's why her credit's so high. That's why she could go get a loan right now, all type of stuff. Because literally,
So she was putting herself at risk too. Y'all was
yeah,
partners.
and at the end of the day, yeah, and I knew that. So my whole thing was, I'm not about to drag her down with me or none of that stuff. That's why she's gone. Like, she didn't leave. She did not leave. Like, Plug's acting like she left. No, I got rid of her. That wasn't she left. You know what I'm saying? So,
escape, because I don't understand. I don't understand why y'all spend mass amounts of money on women that y'all don't actually like. I would never ever get that. I don't see what y'all risk life and limb on women that y'all don't actually like. It's very confusing to me.
PG is living in the moment, BPG, because he's just living in the moment. It ain't about, he's not looking for longevity. He's just living in the moment.
nah, because it's like I'm 32, and I still have a lot of YouTube. I value women's time more than, like, my time, because I feel like we living on different too. Like, I value a woman's time more than my time. My fault.
BPG.
Like, I'm not even saying that to pander or none of that. I'm saying, like, for real, that's how my mindset is. Because if I look at it, I'm 32, I was dating her, she was 23. You feel me?
Damn, nigga.
Yeah, I wasn't 32 when I was 30. I was 30. She was 23.
Damn.
At the end of
I'm telling you, this my story. This my story, Pub. Same. When I was 23, my ex, except he was getting real money. He was a longshoreman. He wasn't doing no illegal activities.
Word.
But
Yeah,
this is the thing, though. Can I give a personal story? Okay, I joined the military at 20, right? I didn't want nothing serious, and I told every woman that I was dealing with, I don't want nothing serious. This is just for fun time, no long time. This what you see is what you getting. Nothing. I'm not looking for no woman. And it was just that simple, because a woman gonna accept the truth from you than a lie. And you tell her from the door, this is my truth. I don't want you. And guess what? She gonna deal with you according, you know what I'm saying, about how you play the game.
Can I say this? Y'all think that saying that absolves y'all? Like, do you think that make you, like, a good person because you told her, I don't want nothing serious?
Yes, it make you a good person because I'm not pursuing you with a lie.
Let me finish. But then y'all play serious games, like having unprotected smack. That's a serious game to be playing for somebody you don't know nothing serious with.
That's something I ain't never did. I ain't play those games because I don't know what you packing. I don't know what you holding. I don't know who you're dealing with. So I'm gonna protect myself at all costs. At all costs.
Vaughn was saying he didn't.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna keep it a bean. That's why I was saying, like, for me, yeah, like, I get what she's saying, like, you playing a serious game doing it like that. But at the end of the day, like, if it was consensual, you know what I'm saying, y'all both agreed upon that, and it just kind of like, the only thing that I had understood was that, like, me, as far as, like, when it comes to detaching, I'm good at you know what I'm saying.
You wasn't detaching. You was leaving it in.
I'm saying, like, when it's all said and done.
For sure was, Puff.
But can we point out, though, that he was terrible at business too? The part that really is baffling to me, and I don't know, maybe I was just raised differently. Y'all are doing this with women who legally can testify against y'all. That is insane work. You are cleaning money through a woman that you have no legal ties to, that you have no legal bonds to. Forget being in love and obviously that don't matter. That part don't matter too much, because you're willing to catch any and everything. You gonna get a blue waffle from a lady that you don't even like that much, that you got blocked now. But also, if the police call her in for questioning, or she got to go on the stand for something, she can freely speak. She can freely say that you was scamming all through every which way, because you don't have any legal ties to this lady. Like, do y'all not watch mob movies? Why are y'all okay with scamming and doing illegal things, using women in order for you to be able to cover your own butt, but then you do things that pisses that lady off, and now you risk your life, limb, and you risk your freedom on a woman that you don't like? How does that make sense?
But BPG, she signed up for it. She knew who he was and what she was dealing with. She wanted the financial stability of what he was doing. She wanted the financial, so she agreed to it. because she knew what he was doing. She accepted that life that she chose him doing. So y'all can't up and say he did what he did based off what he's telling you. But y'all gotta understand, she accepted what he was doing. She knew exactly what he was doing. She wanted to benefit what he was doing. So she willing to put herself in the old position. He wasn't lying. He told us that he made it sure she didn't have to do nothing with the lifestyle he was living, but keep shit clean for him.
I got it. Hold on, wait, real quick. I got a question. Erica wants to know from Vaughn. She said, Vaughn, enlighten us as to why you got rid of her.
Oh no, I mean that was just from I was young, like it was disagreement. It was just like kind of like I pretty much look at it through like her nature of being like, hey, nigga, it's a wrap. Like I'm done, and that's that. Like it was also mainly because it was just, after a while of being somebody, like she said, you can't play like unserious games, but you're doing serious things. Eventually, just naturally, it start feeling serious. Like Shorty start, taking out birth control, when she started doing stuff like that, and she intentionally trying to get pregnant and stuff. That's when I saw this. Oh, it's a rap. Like I don't know what you trying to do. Then it was just like it was a rap and stuff. It was manipulation, a lot of manipulation going on. It was a lot of stuff like that, and that's what just pretty much ended it for me.
So this, you mean to tell me this? Well, she 23. That's why I could believe it. That's why I'm
not capping. Like I'm being transparent.
A part of me can believe that a 23-year-old doesn't understand that a nigga that's a scammer, that don't mean he gonna be making money forever.
That's a fact.
But she was willing to have a baby with that man. I don't know.
But can you point out that this was a scammer who was in his 30s though? Like he's saying that, and we have to highlight that part.
No, I just had turned 30. My fault. Just to clear my name, because for the last 2 years I have not been doing legal. Like I've not been doing anything illegal, and I was doing that since I was 25 up to 30. When Shorty got with me, I don't even know how much money I was making, but I led with my pockets. We going on vacations within the first week, and it just went from there. And then
you started with you started after your frontal lobe was fully developed. That's when you started scamming, and you did it until you was 30. That's crazy.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah.
That's crazy, bro. You was a grown ass man.
I got tired of work, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm thinking about myself at 30. I was like married and shit. I was having my babies. This nigga was talking about, yeah, man, I was scamming. Like,
but the frontal lobe starts to come in. As it was starting to come in, I guess I was just more or less using it towards like, okay, look, I can get money from the internet doing it illegally. But now that I'm older in 30s, I'm maturing to the point where I'm like, this is not good for long term. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not good. Like, so like now I'm transitioning, and it's just kind of like, yeah, that's where I see all the shorties going away from me. Like they're like, oh no, we want nothing to do with you and your regular ass now. So you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like, yeah, like now I see it for what it is.
So now you got to now you got to be an actual decent human being and a good person. That's going to be tough.
That's a fact.
That's tougher than scamming.
They don't want nothing to do with you because you just got out of scamming and you haven't built nothing. Really? No real, like I've been putting away in my Roth IRA since I've been 18. You have not. So all your scamming money, like what can you do with that? Because if a 30-year-old woman can't do nothing with you because you were doing illicit activities,
I ain't about to take the bashing. You feel me? I get it.
It's not.
It is kind of bashing. Y'all really
it's
in the comments too.
It's the reality. Bond, listen to me. It is the reality. I'm telling you how I would look at you. If me and you are the same age, if you were to come to me and say, hey, Lynn, like, I want to mess with you, this, and that, like, I want to really take you serious, like, and you were dead serious about it, and you told me for the past couple of years, this is what I've been doing, and I'm barely getting my life together right now, I would look at you and I would say, if I'm being real with you, you behind. You are behind because you chose to do this with your life, and I chose to do this with my life.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. I definitely. No. I get what she's saying. I get what she's saying, but the whole thing about, yeah, that's why in my life right now, I'm not looking for no woman or nothing like that. That's why I was gonna come at it like this. For the host with this question where it's like, you saying what's so hard about being a man? I would say, for instance, one thing is I could say that is hard is you for sure as a man, is the only person who ever gonna really have your back. Like you
Bullshit.
are like
Bullshit.
I mean, I would say for the majority at least. I feel like for the
Not for the
majority of
majority.
men, you the only one who really gonna have your back.
No, bro. Why you think married men have women?
You tripping, bro.
No. I'm saying no. Okay, when I say
Woman
that,
got
I
a man
mean
back
single.
through and through, bro.
Who got
No,
it?
I'm saying I'm talking about single men. Well, not even just single men, because even as a married man, bro. Like, so honestly, I'm gonna ask you this, host, and you can be completely honest with me. If you fell off today, bro, I'm talking about zero. Something happened. I don't know. You got hacked, whatever. Everything's gone, bro. How long before you think you will have to get back on your feet before like your wife would just have to pack up the family? She out of there.
My wife would never leave me.
Okay.
Like for that type of shit, never. For money,
sure.
If somebody robbed me of all of my money, which I already said that they would rob both of us. But if I was like, as long as I was like working and still contributing and stuff like that, why would she leave me?
No, I'm saying like you have nothing to offer. Like you got hacked, like everything in your bank gone. You're losing the house, everything, bro. And then you're going through a depression. You're trying to
He
get it
does
all
have
back.
something to offer, and I'll tell you.
Hold on, let him. I want to hear the question. I want him finished because This is crazy to me that he thinks this. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, I was just saying though, like you lost everything. You have nothing to offer, and in the midst, you're going through depression because you're not going to be able to get all that back without hard work and dedication. But at the same time, you got mouths to feed. And you are the man in the household. How long do you feel like before your wife like cracks? Like before she's like, hey,
my wife works. My wife works too. I don't know if you missed. My wife has a whole master's degree. She has a career.
Right.
Yeah, me and my wife almost make the same amount of money.
If I may, let me just say this. Hold on, Cognac. Hold on. I was right in the middle of saying something real quick. I hate when men say this, but as a woman, let me tell you, public has a lot to offer. That's the type of man that you will get up and do what you have to do for as long as it takes with. And let me tell you why. One, he's steadfast on not cheating. So that's one thing. And two, I always say this to y'all when I come on this panel and we talk about stuff and we get this deep. I've heard public say, and I will not marry a man who does not feel the same about me. I've heard public say, if my wife don't like what I'm doing, as far as money wise, and it's disrupting my marriage or causing me not to be there for my kids, and my wife has a problem with it, I'm getting rid of the job. That's the type of man you will do the most for as a woman. That's the type of man you ain't leaving. He willing to sacrifice, quote unquote, money for his family. And that's how every married man should be. That's how every married man should think. If my wife has a problem with what I'm doing and I'm not there for her, then I'm leaving the job. I'm not leaving my wife. That's the type of man you ain't just gonna get up and leave. See, y'all have it twisted. Y'all think that just because you providing money, that's what women want. Like, and she shouldn't leave you because you have money and y'all not providing nothing else. I'm a real ass woman. I don't want to be with you if you can't have my back like you want me to have your back.
I think that. Hold on, wait, go ahead. So I think the thing that's crazy is I couldn't imagine. Like, first of all, to also want to answer your question, that's happened to me before. I've definitely not had nothing in the relationship with my wife, and she was like, "Yeah." The only issue was I need to see more activity out of you. Like, what are you doing? That was the issue. It wasn't that I was broke. It wasn't that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was never the thing. She was never like, you're just not making enough money. Like, that's never been a conversation my wife and I have had. It was always, what is your activity like? Like, are you working? You're not working? Okay, that's fine. Jobs get lost. But are you trying to get a job, or are you just like, that was the thing. It was always that. It was never the result, if that makes sense, right? And I think that that a lot of men, what ends up happening is they get into relationships and they don't bring anything else to the table, right? They literally just make it about having money. And then once you don't have money, then what is your personality? What is your personality outside of the money that you make? What is your personality outside of the job that you have, or whatever the case may be, right? So who are you? And if you can answer that question, if you know who you are, then she's gonna stay with you more than likely. Like I'm not saying there's no group of women that will leave their man if he hits rock bottom or whatever. No doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? But like, even in that, there's nuance to it. Okay, cool. They steal all the money. Because like I already pointed out, we got the same account. So they would have to steal all of my money, all of my wife's money, both of our money. In theory, we would both have a reason to be depressed. But if I just shut down and my wife keeps going, and she like, nigga, what the fuck is, like, get up off that couch. Like, what is you, like, I get it, it's fucked up, but we still got to work, and that's a problem. That's the issue. It's not if I just keep going, if we just keep going, my wife will never leave me. She'll never leave me as long as I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm active, she'll never leave me. But yeah, if I just give up, if she talking to me about stuff and she's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like this behavior, you know, whatever the case may be. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, you know, that's just, I mean, I'm a man and men's supposed to, you know, whatever the fuck stupid reason I give her. And it's only so much of that a motherfucker gonna take. There's only so much of that a person is gonna be able to take. But at some point, she gonna, like, that's gonna crack, that's gonna break her. But if I ain't doing that shit, if every single time she brings something to me and I go, you know what? You're right. I need to do better. And then she sees me working on that shit, why would you leave that? What is, and I'm not saying why. If you wanted to leave that, that's fine, right? If they don't actually get to the point, fine, right? I don't blame you for that either. But I'm saying, in theory, like, women aren't itching to leave men. They're not out here just on some like, oh, I don't like you. Cognac, you lost your job. Fuck you, nigga. Like, that's not, I don't know why y'all do that. But
Because
if you look at how men act, men do that, Vaughn. Men leave women when they aren't able to do, as soon as a woman isn't able to do more for him than he's doing for her, men leave. There are very few men that are out here doing more for their woman than the woman is for him. There are also very few men that are even, right? So you can remove the even and remove the men who are doing more for their women. The vast majority of women are doing considerably more for their man than he is for her.
I don't believe that. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, you could not believe
Vaughn,
it.
this is the thing though, Vaughn. In order for a man to lose it all, he got to be making a lot of bad decisions, right?
No, he said if he just got somebody just robbed you, pretty much. Like that, yeah, that could happen.
Yeah, it could happen, but
It could happen. But I'm just using his example at face value. Somebody you left your social security number at, you know, you put it on an online site that you normally buy shit from. Somebody got your shit, they hacked the thing, and they steal all your money. That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing you could have done. You didn't make it back.
They believe this in the comments. So you believe that there's more women out here doing for men than there's men doing for women? Now that is, that's crazy, bro.
No, we're not talking about financially, Vaughn. Now, you can't get out of that mindset. Yes, there are women that are doing more for their man than their man is doing for her, because their man might just be paying the same household.
Man, we're not
bills
even
he
talking
would be
about
paying
financially.
anyway.
No, we're not talking
Yeah,
financially.
that's not all we're talking about. When he made
What
that
other
point,
than
he wasn't
financially is there?
saying-
So there's
let me
no.
finish.
Go
He
ahead.
wasn't saying that there are women that pay more money for their man than the man pays for the woman. He's saying that the men benefit. Sorry, y'all, fire trucks going by. He's saying that the men benefit more typically in the relationships than the women do, especially when you remove the financial, like who's paying the bills.
I'm confused.
Okay, let's do it like this. Men work. They work outside of the home a little bit more than women do. 4 or 5 hours more a week than women do, right? But women inside of the home, they spend 7 more hours they spend 7 more hours in the home doing shit for the family than the men does. Right? So therefore, women do more in the home than men do. Period, point blank. That's just an example of what I'm saying, though. But like, women do more. You just said it. Look, I'll give you another example. I do this all the time. I'll give you another example of women doing more for men. Vaughn, when you had sex with your girl, when you have sex with women, how often do you not ejaculate? Would you say almost every single time you have sex, do you not ejaculate?
Nah, for sure. Yeah, for
Right?
sure.
Okay, cool. How many times do you know what percentage of women have come when you have sex with them? Do you think every woman has
I
come?
mean, I don't run a survey, you feel me? But I'm probably sure not a lot, you feel me? But the whole thing is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm, all right, the way I look at it, if I'm doing the most likely, like more in the financial area, bro. Like, I don't think it really matter. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's like your job. Like, you feel
The
me?
problem.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like at the end of the day,
You don't have to make her come because you pay the bills.
exactly. Like, I feel like if I'm doing
Oh
most of the
hell
work, I feel like, nah, no troll. Like, I feel like
He
if
did. I just he saying the quiet part out loud. This what all these men think, Chad. Like, mine just being
Let him
real. I
talk. You gotta let him
I'm being
go. I
real
want to
though,
hear him
like nah,
sing.
for real. Like if I'm carrying the financial burden, bro, you about to get these 5 strokes, and you about to call. I'm not calling it a day. I'm going to sleep immediately. Like don't you feel me? Like so, like yeah, nah, I don't really keep track of that, bro. But
So if you lose all of your money, I understand why she would leave you. See what I'm saying?
facts, exactly. So like that's what I'm saying. Like if I lost everything, like in that aspect, like now I'm changing, bro. Now I'm changing. I'm, you know what I'm saying. But
But no.
back,
But so that's what I'm saying. So what you don't think there's another way for a man to make himself a value to a woman outside of financial stability?
no, I
Can I
don't.
share something that I just came up to give an example? I literally ended a 2-year relationship recently because I was doing way more of the emotional load to carry the relationship. That type of stuff is important to women. Yes, it's great if you have money and all these other things, but like what's important just on a human being growing level is someone who can match where you're at intellectually, emotionally, mentally, physically, all that stuff. So yeah, women do leave relationships. He was a great guy, sweet, kind, all of that. That's wonderful. But it wasn't enough for me because the emotional load is required for both parties to participate in and to carry, not just on one side.
Facts.
Like my only obligation is to do that type of work with my 13-year-old son, not a 42-year-old man, him or any otherwise. And you guys expect women to do the things that we do for young boys. No, that stuff's not allotted for y'all. No.
I'm doing that. We doing that for the
I just want
babies.
to say congratulations, E. I'm about to start calling you Hot Girl E for the rest of the year.
Hey.
One thing though, that said this ain't got nothing to do with relationship stuff. Just another thing to the question you say, what's so hard about being a man? I'll say one other thing that's like easier on them is like fighting a man. Like the harder thing about being a man, like you know what I'm saying, is fight, like having to get in physical altercations with other men. Like I couldn't put a shorty in my shoes and be like, okay, like fight this nigga right here, and
Why do you have
and
to
think she
fight
about to get
anybody?
that double. You say you don't have to?
Why do you have to fight anybody? Who told you that?
No, I'm just saying if you had to though. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying like
I know, but you don't
like
have to do that. So it's not harder to be a man. You could just avoid fighting.
nah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Many a men avoid fights. Many a men avoid fights. Haley said that's why niggas get cheated on, Von. Teresa said, including financially, the men leaving the workforce depend on women. Yep. Yeah, it's just crazy. Men don't. I just want to be clear. The people who support women are other women. So if women need other women to support them, that's their backbone. Vaughn was saying, who gonna support you? Women need other women to support them because men don't support women. Even men that are in relationships with women don't necessarily have that woman's back, right? Men prove it all the time. When that was, like I said, as soon as that woman is not doing more for him than he's doing for her, he out. As soon as that woman gets sick and she can't have sex with him, he out. As soon as that woman have 2-3 babies and she put on, 40, 50, 60 pounds and her body look different, he out. As soon as she not doing that little thing he like in the bedroom, he cheating. Like, niggas be, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not understanding who got the woman's back in a relationship. Because I've never felt like my wife didn't have my back. I've
This
never
is the
felt.
perfect this is the perfect, like, Vaughn is making the argument for the strong, independent woman that don't need no man. Like, he's making the argument for them, because when you say stuff like that, you admit the quiet part out loud that many men feel but they don't say, is that when you depend on me, tough luck, sweetheart, because if I'm paying all these bills, like you just said, you're going to get these 5 strokes. I came. I don't care if you did or not. I'm paying the bills. You depend on me. It's like a lot of men want women in that situation so that they can buy the privilege to treat you like shit. They want to buy the privilege to not
abuse you.
show up in the relationship, to abuse you, to neglect you, to manipulate you. And that is why so many women are saying, I will never depend on a man financially, because many women have been in the relationships. And sorry, Vaughn, you made yourself the example. But many women have been in the relationship with the Vaughns of the world and let them pay bills and depended on them financially. And it hurt her in the end. It hurt her throughout the relationship. And she said, never again, because one thing that you can guarantee is yourself. And when you're in a relationship with a man and he knows that you are financially dependent on him, most of y'all abuse that power.
Yeah, that man don't use that. Most men don't get that opportunity and then treat it, you know what I'm saying? Like, actually try to be the better person. They go, oop, got her.
Yeah, I was gonna say this to her though. Like, I was gonna say that's why, like, I ain't gonna say like I'm just being all the way honest. Like, at the end of the day, that's why you pick the women carefully that you would even decide to be with on that type time. Because like Shorty says, or whatever her name is, she was just like, yeah, I would have never put my sister. The dude wouldn't even. You could read that on a girl like, oh, I know she ain't about to put herself in that situation. Not saying it's a bad situation, because if
So
I
you
could
saying that you pick a woman that's gonna allow you to abuse her? You look.
Why
for
is it abuse though? Why is it abuse? I don't know why.
Neglect is abuse, sir.
Neglect? Man, neglect ain't when
That-
your hair done every month, nails done every
Sweetheart,
month.
that don't
That's
mean
not
nothing.
neglect.
Lobster, steak, oxtails for lunch.
That's
like
not neglect. That's not neglect.
I could get Shorty on the panel right now. She wasn't neglected. I would say, if anything, now where it came to be abusive is like what you just said. You said like if somebody gained weight, yeah, like where it also start ending is when she start gaining weight. When she start, you know what I'm saying? When I wasn't physically attracted to her no more like that. You know what I'm saying? Which makes perfect sense in my situation, because if you only want me for the money, then that's all I want you for. It's literally a trade. Like, we know what's going on.
Men love that. Men sign up for that. That's what I'm glad you came up here, Vaughn, because I've been having these discussions all week, and men been lying and saying that men don't want to do that. And I've been saying men only want to they're obsessed. Here, I'll show you. I will actually show you the prompt that I have on this. We won't change the prompt. I'll just show you the prompt so you can see what I'm talking about. I was talking about how men are obsessed with getting the money just so they can abuse and manipulate women. And the men's was coming up here punching the fucking air, and I'm like, yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the why. What did I say? Anthony Edwards approved. No, I'm sorry, that's not it. That's a different one. It's the one with Kanye. It's this one. Men are obsessed with being rich so they can take care of. Men aren't obsessed with being rich so they can take care of their family. They're obsessed with being rich so they can control women. That's what it is, and you are proving that in real time that that's really what it is.
Well, because you say control. Like, nobody was trying to control her. I let her.
You
do
are
whatever
controlling
she
her,
wants.
sir. You are controlling her. You are. That is controlling. Yeah, that behavior is very, very controlling. Go ahead, Patty.
Okay, I did want to add to the prompt. I didn't want to derail the conversation, so I was just listening.
You can never derail the conversation by going back to the prompt. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, it was talking about like being a man is hard, and I just remember the first time I heard a man tell me that males have like the highest self-unaliving rates, and I thought he was lying. I thought he was playing directly in my face, but I actually had to do some research, and I did find out that they do have higher rates of self-deletion. But of course I felt empathy because I'm a person, but I had more questions than anything else. Number one being, how can you possibly be unhappy after all the hell that you raise on this planet? Like, if outside of they have no personality outside of the patriarchy, They go around starting war, blowing up God's people, having nuclear pew-pews. Like, how could you possibly be unhappy after all the bloodshed on this planet? And it irritated me more than anything. Of course, I felt bad, but it irritated me because it's just like, how could you, of all people, not the women and children that you terrorize all day and all night, but the males are trying to get up out of here? Like, that frustrated me because it's just like, being a man must be so boring and empty, knowing that you will never be satisfied with the women, you'll never be satisfied with how much power you have. There has to be a certain level of emptiness that you feel on a daily basis because there's no humanity outside of being a man. I was thinking being a man must be so boring because it's just like, I love being around feminine energy. It makes me feel happy. I feel safer. Women are funny, they're smart, they're pretty to look at, but it just must be so dark being a man.
It's like we say, like, being black is kind of dangerous, but it's lit. That's what it's like being a woman. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's the same. Like, I can see that because, like you said, it's richer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, your experiences are more rich. Same thing with, I think, being black. I think our experiences are more rich. It's tough, it's hard, and all that other shit aside, the experiences that we have are more rich, right? So I could definitely identify with that.
Everybody's taken care of. Everybody's happy when women are present. We live longer when women are present. But I just thought about, like, if I had to wake up being a man every day, knowing that the only part of my existence was being a man and fighting and conquering and punching stuff when I'm mad and blowing up God's people when I'm frustrated, that must really suck. I would not want to wake up and be a man. I wouldn't. That must really be a horrible existence. And I kind of feel bad for them, but not too bad because it's kind of like it's a choice. Yep. Like, if they would just go back to humanity, they would be really happy if they just, number one, go back to God, but that's a separate conversation. And number two, just be a human again. Their life would be so much easier. I thought he was lying.
The worst part about being a man, for me, is wanting to distance yourself from other men. Like, the worst part about being a man is being like, having this realization that, damn, men are really fucking terrible. And being like, I don't want to be in, like, I don't want, like, don't identify me with these motherfuckers, but it's like, you gotta, you know what I mean? Like, I can't do nothing about it, but that's like the only thing that's bad for me as a man. I'm like, I fucking hate that I get lumped in with the likes of these fucking idiots, but hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. That's it. That's the only negative experience I could have. But hey, I contributed to it for fucking 40 something years, you know what I mean? Like, I contributed to it for the majority of my life. So I gotta eat that too. Ain't like, I don't get to just walk away from it.
If they're not terrorizing people, if they're not starting war, blowing up God's people, they have literally nothing else to do. I would be so miserable if I woke up a man. I feel like if they, number one, got closer to their creator, and that's up to you, that's cool, like however everybody identifies with. But if they would go back to their creator, number one, and then number two, just go back to being a person, their life would be so much easier. I thought he was lying to me when he said men are the highest. I'm like, you have no fucking reason to after all the hell you raised. Like,
well, but that stat isn't, women attempt self-deletion more than men do, but men are more successful at it.
Dang, they're successful at everything, even taking themselves up out of here. Dang, that must really suck.
Yeah, that's one of the things we're successful at.
But that has a lot to do with, honestly, the thoughts that that Vaughn had. Like, when we talk about the reasons why men are, self-deleting, it has to do with trying to live up to these impossible standards. Like, when you make money your personality and then you lose money, you don't have a personality anymore. And they make themselves miserable. They make their families miserable. They literally make the world miserable when they don't have access to being able to have power and control. Nothing irritates me more than that phrase, the face that launched 1,000 ships, when they talk about Helen of Troy, because it to me it's like the epitome of like the male ego, where you know that a thing is happening because men are at war with each other because they want power and control over either one thing or a whole lot of things, and then they just sort of blame it on women, which is the same exact thing that happens with men self-deleting. They try to pinpoint that the issue is, well, women just don't want me because I don't have any money, because I don't have any power. And it's like, no, she doesn't want you, not just because you don't have any money or power, but also because you made that money and that power your personality. You're not funny. You can't give that lady no oh. You are unpleasant to be around. Like, the money you do make, you making illegally. Like, why would somebody want to invest in that kind of a relationship? They don't get any return on investment. And like when you build a relationship around something like that, and then you get mad that the principles you built it on making money and making sure that she is satisfied financially, and then you can't satisfy her financially and no other way, then it's all of a sudden like, woe is me, you know, this is unfair and I can't believe this. When the fact of the matter is you built that system and now you have to live in it and now it's supposed to be unfair. Oh, well, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. What up? Who up here right now? I can't even see. I'm sorry. Six figures in HOH. Let me read this. Let me read this super chat. Tawana said, oh no, Teresa said to Vaughn, she said that lady was buying vibrators on Amazon, Vaughn. That's why she was getting all them packages.
Yeah, it might have been like one or two of them. You feel me?
Tawana said, it's sad to hear how these dudes don't care about a woman's feelings nor satisfaction. Get therapy for your betterment. Oh, man. Go ahead, Six Figure.
Hey.
What's happening?
Yeah, that was insane work. That was the epitome of diabolical. Vaughn, sir, you sound very familiar. For you to say that you don't care about the woman's pleasure as long as you're paying bills, it really gives slave owner. We don't, you know, like, we ain't got to worry about white supremacy. I mean, we looking at, listen, white supremacy and blackface. That's what we dealing with as black women. White supremacy and in a black body. Because what, sir? Like, it's given, we're 2/3 of a human.
Nah, like that's the thing. It wasn't just about that though, because everything ain't all about schmecks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? That's how I look at it. Like, it's not.
It was to you, Vaughn. It was all about
sex. For me,
you say
though,
you don't give a damn about if she comes or not. If you're paying the bills, it's 5 pumps and a dump and you out. That's what you said.
I mean, schmecks ain't gonna pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not nothing.
Hold on, but it was paying her bills. You can't say it wasn't about Smex when it was literally about Smex for you.
Yeah, for me. Yeah, exactly. For her.
So it was about Smex. That's what I'm saying. What do you mean
it wasn't about for the woman though? She's talking about for she's talking about for the woman though.
But how is that even, like, how do you even fix? I'm glad you said it though, because I hope y'all clocked. I hope y'all, Shan clocked it because she did call it out. But I hope y'all got the screen records on this, because like, what? How?
No, I'm saying.
So you're with a woman, and because you're paying bills, you don't care about her pleasure. You don't give a damn as long as you're getting your 5 pumps. You're good.
So, like, I look at it like this, because if I was to say during that time, if I was to get locked up, right, I'm not gonna lie, she wouldn't have probably really cared that I got locked up, bro. She would have been on to the next dude. So, like, yeah, like during that time while I'm enjoying myself, yes, I'm gonna make sure I get off. Yeah, you know
because you make yourself replaceable. Like, speaking the way that you speak, I've been listening for a minute, but speaking the way you speak and behaving the way you do, there's no wonder that you haven't had a woman who would ride for you, like truly be down for you, ride for you, love you, you know, unconditionally, kind of what Public was talking about, like how he said his wife would never leave him based on money. Like, because it's not about money, because it sounds like you've made money your personality, and you're probably not that great in bed, so then you're like a 2 for 2. Like, come on, man. Like,
exactly.
You gotta
that's why everybody not looking for the same thing. I'm being transparent because I don't know if women know this, but like every man ain't the same, and every man ain't looking to get married, and every man ain't looking for. So like, I know that about myself. Like, that's why I'm being transparent, because I know that's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? So it really didn't matter to me. Like, if that's what you're looking for, and especially if I'm up and you like the money I'm making, and that's what got your interest, then yeah, I'm going get mine.
You just wanted a Smex doll,
and she was fine with being that. It's not like it wasn't consensual. That's what I'm saying. Like this, like
yeah, but If
But
she
what
want,
I'm saying is, it's kind of what Shan said earlier about y'all make the case for the strong, independent woman who don't need no man. Because if women have to pleasure themselves, pay their own bills, cook, clean, etc., then what are you there for? Like,
Nah,
I
that's
mean,
wild though.
honestly, it's nasty. You got to think, it's nasty work. So at this point, men are making themselves obsolete because they say that rose baby. They say once you.
But that Rose ain't gonna pay them bills though. That's the whole thing though.
But she can pay her own bills though, brother.
That's fine. She got to go put in that work for it. Like that's the whole thing.
I
You
know,
ain't
but
have
most
to
women
put.
work. Most women pay their own bill. We already went through this. There are more women, more young women.
Ain't it like 70% of women work or 60%?
70% of women in marriages work, but just in general,
Right.
young women, because that's who he's talking about. That's why I want to make it specific. Older women, we already know what they're doing, but like young women, right? 18 to 25, 26, they work more than young men in that same demographic, right? Like they already can provide for themselves. So what else can you bring to the table? This is why.
Nah, I'm not making myself replaceable. My fault. Somebody said I'm making myself.
Hold on, Vaughn. I'm not commenting on the comments. This is why I hate, or this is why I have the conversation of what do you bring to the table? And I will only have that conversation about what men bring to the table. I will only have that conversation because men are the ones who need to understand their worth. Men are the ones who need to understand that they need to figure out who we actually are. That conversation is not about impressing a woman. It's not about building your resume. It's not about that. It's a work exercise, right? It's a mental exercise that I want men to do so that they can think about who the fuck am I, devoid of making money? Who the fuck am I, devoid of these patriarchal, misogynistic viewpoints of what a man is, right? Who am I to me? Who am I to me? What makes me a good person? So I ask men only, what do you bring to the table? Because if you ask that question to women, right, they will give you they'll give you a whole litany of things that's like, and it won't, like I said, it won't be a resume. It'll just be characteristics, things that they like. Yes, I go to therapy. I'm consistent. I show up for my friends. I love people. I'm compassionate, and I'll be believing them. Like, yep, I got you. Yep, all of that stuff. When you ask a man, what do you bring to the table? Provide, protect, mediocre dick, not even no good tongue. Provide, protect, mediocre dick, I don't eat it from the bank. Provide, protect, mediocre dick, and I gotta take blue chews. Like, then I'll be like, God damn, that's all niggas got, huh? You not funny? You don't even be making them laugh? You can't even laugh them up out the drawers? Like, be something. Give me something, bro. Like, just do something else. Y'all motherfuckers be sitting there not doing nothing. I'm like, all right, cool. I think that discussion should only be, I mean, women can have that discussion with women. I feel like if women want to have that discussion with women, that's fair. I don't ever give a fuck to have that discussion with men because men don't, I swear to God, men just don't fucking think outside of anything that has to do with money. If it ain't got something to do with money, you don't think about it. Oh, I got to bring money. And it's not even true.
But can I point out too, though, that what he's doing is not transparency. Being transparent about the ways that you manipulate women, and particularly young women, is not being transparent, because we know that when men enter these relationships, they are not walking up to women and going, "Hey, you want to be my sex doll?" Like that's not what's happening. It's usually some form of like, "Let me wine you, let me dine you. Oh, you look so
I'll
nice
take
today.
care
Oh,
of
let
you.
me take you out. You know, whatever you need, I got you. No, don't even worry about that, because you don't get to the point of having unprotected sex with somebody without a little bit of a razzle dazzle. So you're not going into these relationships with people and going, oh, well, yeah, I'm about to manipulate you. I'm probably about to have you clean my money. I'm going to have unprotected sex with you. I don't want you to get pregnant by me, but I'm going to do all the things that will allow for you to get pregnant by me. We're going to live together, and I'm going to expect for you to do things while I'm at work, but that don't necessarily mean we're serious. That's literally the list of being serious. Like, It's not, and the worst part about it is that y'all do this with women who brains aren't fully developed.
Again,
Like,
Wait, hold up, y'all. Hold up. I got a question for him from Tan Thres. Tan Thres
and who
said.
think they?
Tan Thres said. Vaughn, how did she act when? How did you act when she said no to you? When she denied Smex?
Oh, you said when she denied? Oh, well, man, like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, if it was on that type of time where it's just kind of like we ain't on that, then it's just like, for me, I would just like that's when I would just kind of pull back on like finances. Like, shorty about to eat Popeyes, you feel me? Shorty about
so
to
you were
eat
financially
Popeyes.
abusing. Yeah.
Nah, that's still you eating though, you feel me?
No,
But you're
that's
not about to
fine.
go
That's
on the
financial
dates and
abuse.
stuff like that, you feel me? Like,
Yeah, so you were manipulating her with the money. I mean, okay. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. You whatever.
That's wild.
Tawana said, it's sad to hear how these dudes don't care about a woman's feelings nor satisfaction. Get therapy for your betterment. We already read that one. Metal Kisses said, imagine being superficial and being mad at superficial women. There's more to life than things you can buy or fuck. I added the or fuck. Your personality alone can be a turnoff. That's facts. We asked Anthra's question. Reach Scholar said, he brought scammer money to the table. He didn't put in real work either. Bad dick and shady money, sir, please. Put this towards dropping the scammer. They got 5 on his head now.
Look, I get it, yo. Listen, I'm being transparent because I'm going through my alone time right now, where it's just kind of like it is what it is. I'm blackballed or
Do you
whatever.
really get it though, Vaughn?
I'm blackballed. You feel me?
You,
But
Hold on,
I
you
do
blackballed
get it
from where?
because
Are you
one thing about
learning?
the
Wait. Where you blackballed from?
I'm blackballed in the women category, bro. Like, it just ain't clicking for me no more. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I understand where it's coming from. It's because of situations like that I had leading with my money. And then I would say that is hard on a man because at the end of the day, that's not even a such thing for a woman. Like, you feel me? Like, a woman pretty much can go on any social media, still get men to like have schmecks with, but like that's even hard. But I ain't tripping on it because it's kind of like I'm getting to know myself. I'm starting to like be able to, you know what I'm saying, be able to put
You're gonna end up back scamming.
Nah. I'm definitely not going. I'm definitely not going to do
voice,
that, Nah.
So, Vaughn, are you learning anything from like all of the knowledge and value that these people are adding to your life today?
Yeah, I mean, one thing I'm big gonna take away from this panel is one thing that I'm hearing is that there's more value to women other than being like your schmeck's doll. Like, you feel me? It's more value that they could offer, and it's more value as a man you could offer other than finances. And that's kind of like a wow to me because it's like that's how I feel. And then it's just kind of like, it's not saying I'm gonna put that into my own life because I don't honestly ever think I'm ever gonna get married or have kids, but it's just kind of like at this point, you know what I'm saying, I would want to do better as a man. I want to be a better man. So like, yeah, I'm taking these into consideration, you know what I'm saying? It's just like,
Can I say something
Hold on,
real
real
quick?
quick. I got you, Turk. Give me a second. What's her name? Haley said this nigga's a loser. Go ahead. I deleted the cash app. Go ahead, Turk.
So I just want to say that this is crazy. Y'all men, y'all get money and y'all become evil. You
Become
said
evil.
Yeah,
Become evil?
yeah. I'm just saying, like, it's you use it for evil. You understand what I'm saying? Because he said it was consensual. Sir, no, it was not. That woman laid down with you thinking y'all was in a relationship building something together. She did not agree to be your cum bucket. You found a woman much younger than you and you treated her like an object. What you did, which I don't, and you're just talking just casually. You know that does to a person's self-esteem, their self-worth. And like you're like, oh, it was just transactional thing. So you raped that woman. Like that's what you did. No, pause.
Hey, that's
you did
crazy
not
work,
hold up,
bro.
pause. Because you know if you told her, oh, I'm just hopping on top of you for right now, you're a good time because I'm paying the bills and I'm taking care of you, she'd have been out there doing a split second. That's exactly what you were doing, sir.
But
It's
you gotta
exactly what you know. Why do you need to pretty it up? That's what I'm saying.
Nah,
You want
I
to
feel
pretty
that.
it up.
I feel that.
Hold
Nah,
up, Vaughn.
Why do you need to pretty it up?
You got
That's
echo,
what I'm
six
saying.
figures. You got echo.
Hold up.
Listen, Vaughn. Y'all don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, women, a lot of women are not getting an O, and they think it's because, oh, it's something wrong with them. And women are conditioned to be like, oh, whatever for your ego. So you hopped on that woman, no goodness well, she thought that you cared about her. Stop lying. That's evil. No, and that's the thing. You want retribution now? You want retribution? After you destroy somebody in her early 20s? No.
Where you
She's
like
absolutely
destroyed when
spot
at the
on.
end of the day.
She's spot on about that because the other part that we are skipping over is that it doesn't take women long to get to this conclusion, but at 30 something years old, the fact that anything that we saying is a new concept is very, very disturbing because you've already talked about, and you said wow when she said it, but yes, what you mentioned was great. You were coercing that woman into having a sexual experience with you based on the fact that you would withhold her ability to be able to eat if she didn't. Like, that's for sure. That is SA. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But you also mentioned that it's not fair that men don't get to hit women like they do men. And then you talked about how the only value that you bring to the table is that you don't have good sex with this woman, but you do use your money in order to control her. Like, that's a long list for somebody who.
Yeah, no, I definitely get it. I'm just like I'm being honest.
Can I
with
say
the
something, Vonathan?
situation,
You've been
so y'all
talking a
can
lot.
like.
Can I say something, please? Jesus.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks. So hello. I just want to say this. I would bring a little bit of Monday night violence. This is why a lot of Black women say that some Black men just want the power to subjugate like white men. Like y'all be the ops. Sounding real oppy. You sound oppy. And I'm so happy somebody else called you out because y'all like to pretty up like the reality of things. And shout out to the young women who have older women and other women in their lives to really clock the tea, okay? Because I'm going to always call it out. Because y'all love men. I'm so happy also for the ability to actively listen because y'all love to double speak. The way you crip walk around just being straight, it should be a skill. You should be on, like, what is that dancing show? The way you just danced around that? Just to say that you're an abuser? And what's really tea is y'all be so dense in the brain that you will actually admit that, you know what? I won't come out and say I was preying on her, but I'm describing being a predator. Hello? Like, I'm just so happy that you feel the uncomfortableness of who you are. And I hope that it never leaves you. I hope women actually continue to avoid you because you are a danger. This is literally why a lot of Black women say that some Black men literally are like white men. Y'all do things you have void of care, empathy, compassion, right? Because you only want the power to subjugate. Y'all want to be masters for the weekend. And I'm so happy a lot more women are clocking y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you go ahead, Vaughn. Hold on. Let Vaughn respond, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna just respond to that just real quick because I ain't trying to make myself an enemy. I was really just being transparent with my story just because I was just trying to see how her life was harder than mine. But like now I see it as like now it's just kind of like, oh, I'm this enemy. Like no, because at the end of the day, like,
Vaughn, can you take any accountability for the things that you're saying? Like you skirting accountability right now is kind of scaring me.
Skirting accountability. I'm trying to see what I should be taking accountability for.
You
That's
just
what
admitted. So you not you being defensive. I get it. It's hard to hear, especially in real time, right? It's hard to hear that you were a terrible person to this girl, to this woman.
Nah, I wasn't a terrible person.
You were. You were.
Like, I'm gonna be all the way honest, bro. Like when you are like, you feel me? Like, because if I was a terrible person, bro, like I wouldn't tell you like this girl is like living a better life without me. I wouldn't tell you that it was her that didn't want to leave. I was like, yo, you gotta go. Like there's better for you. Like I'm honestly not like I'm whole time trying to tell her this, that like, hey, look, if you taking out your whatever is called the little thing that they put inside the UTI. I mean, not UTI, but whatever the thing they put inside them to not have babies. If you're taking that out to have babies, and I'm telling you, like, no, this is not what I want, you should understand that. It was not manipulation if I'm telling you what I want, and then this person has nowhere to go. If I let you go today, you're literally going to be homeless. It's not manipulation when you set this person up so when they do leave you, that they can go survive on their own.
Wait.
So you think
Hold on. Time out.
What's manipulation is the other dudes that
Time out, Vaughn. I got a question for you. So if that woman didn't, oh no, somebody got him. Oh, who's unmuted? It's a lot of background. Oh, okay. Vaughn, so if you are telling me, which you've said several times, if this woman didn't live with you, she would be homeless. Why would she want to leave again?
Exactly. She did not want to leave, bro.
I
Like
know, but wait, hold on. You're missing it. You are saying I was such a big person because I was willing to put this woman out who was gonna be homeless. I'm the bigger man. Is that what you're telling me? Because you just, this is what I'm getting
I'm
from
not
what you
trying
said.
to say I'm the
Getting,
bigger man. No,
you
but
did. You said you was the bigger person. You was saying I said that you treated this woman terribly. I still believe it. I believe it even more now because you kicked her out when she was homeless. That's even worse. You used her, you abused her, and then you discarded her when she was homeless. And then she rebounds, and whatever she's doing now you're trying to take credit for her. Like, I did that. I put her in that position. You did not. You used her and you abused her, and she rebounded. And that's great for her. Round of applause for her. But you didn't do that. You don't get to take credit for that.
I thought I was lost. I thought I was lost because when he said that, I was like, do this nigga think he a good person?
That's what
like you really like, but wait. I'm just asking one, just for all intents and purposes, because I don't like to assume. You think you're a good person? You think you're a good man?
I mean, I ain't say that like I was a good man. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, like I had to think of a good thing to do in that situation, because at the end of the day, like if I'm living with somebody that has nowhere to go, and then I'm a sole provider for this person, and I'm not just doing it merely off the fact that I want to have sex with this person, is also because I didn't
Because
want
you're a
that
good
person to be
man,
homeless.
huh? You're just a good man.
No, I'm not trying to say it had
nigga
nothing to do with that, because I don't think I
love
was. At the end of the day, that's why I was like scared.
That woman thought you loved her, so it definitely wasn't transactional.
And I did love her.
Hold up.
No, you.
This is the thing, y'all.
Time out. Tawana said he's blackballed because he only cares about his black balls.
That's crazy.
Oh man, Desiree said, can he clarify their ages again when they dated? So y'all broke up when you were 30. She's 23, so she was 7 years younger than you. You was together for 2 years. So you met her when you were 28 and she was 21. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yes.
Okay, that's the math that I did earlier. Teresa said, women can't remove our own IUDs. Stop lying on her.
No. She didn't. She didn't remove her own. Come on, like she had to book an appointment for that. I'm just saying, when she booked the appointment for that, she told me it was to get it moved around because she said that it kept poking her or something. But then when she came back, it was removed. I saw like where it was moved. I'm like, yo, you got that removed? And and it was kind of her whole intentions was to have a baby. Like I kind of knew that just through the
No, that doesn't mean. Hold up. That doesn't mean that was her intention.
No, it was her
There's
intentions.
a lot of
My fault.
reasons. Hold
I'm
up,
just saying.
Vaughn.
I'm gonna just tell you
There's
why it was her intentions, because I was in the situation and I knew the girl personally, and then I knew all the baby fever she was having up to a week or two. I already knew she was gonna do that when she went there. I'm like, she gonna take this IUD out, be ready to do something when she come in this house, and think that she about to get pregnant by me. And that's exactly what happened. Like I'm trying to tell you, that was the reason why she went and got it took out. She lied about what the whole appointment was for. It was for to get taken out. It wasn't for
This
to
sounds like
get
the
moved
stupidest
around
shit
at all.
I've ever heard in my life. And I'm not even saying you lying. I'm just saying this shit just sounds stupid as fuck.
I'm just keeping it real, like, because
I don't believe you, Vaughn. But hold on, can I just say something? You projecting this, oh shit, this soft life as a woman, and then it was so easy, and you kiki about it because it was easy for you, and that's the problem. It was easy for you. Hold up. I'm pretty sure the same story, if we listen to her, would be traumatic. That's the reason why y'all think that, because you don't see her as a person. You put her in a situation when she had to financially depend on you, and when you was done with her, you threw her away. Like, that's diabolical.
Hey, bang that hit that thing up there in the top corner. I forgot what it's called.
I got a question.
I got one more super chat to read. Bonji Baby said he sounds like a pimp. Wonder if he would agree with his daughter in this situation. Also, one more. Sorry. Bonji Baby said he's a dark spirit, Savannah. Not a dark spirit.
Yeah, that might be part of his scam. But question, Vaughn, who trained you to be this trash ass nigga? I just gotta know.
Rap music.
I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I'm not even gonna label myself as like somebody who like would take somebody's advice. I'm not that type of dude. Like, if anything, bro, like I went through my own life experiences, and from y'all point of view, I went down the wrong road, and I went wrong about doing things.
But who trained you on how to be like this?
Nobody
I
trained me
need
on
to
nothing.
know.
I did everything I wanted to do, and that's just me being real about it. If I wanted to do that, that's what I had did.
You took cues from somebody.
Nah, I ain't
Sure.
take no cues for nothing. It's nothing to go out here, scam, get a lot of money, and find a young girl that'll lay up with you just for your money. That's not nothing that needs
But
training.
who did you see? Somebody taught you how to be a trash. Like somebody set that example for you.
I ain't even have a father in my life, so maybe that's what it was.
No,
You know what I'm saying? I didn't
no.
have a father.
Society does it. Don't do that. But
Nah,
that's the
nah.
thing. If you
Hold
want
on,
retribution,
wait. Somebody said Tristan Thompson trained that.
Nah, cause look, this one thing about that whole 2 years, whether we was in fake love or not, I never messed with no other girl. I never even nothing with no other girl.
Cool, congratulations, you didn't cheat on her.
Ask her that question. It's a whole nother story, but I'm not gonna throw Shorty under the bus. But the whole thing is that's one thing. I'm being loyal and all type of dumb stuff.
Oh, she cheated on you?
Paying all the bills, everything. You feel me? And
You probably
know what I'm saying?
relocated her uterus.
But
that's why that IUD was poking her, because you didn't give a damn about how it was feeling to her, what you was doing to her. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Your head. Nah, I ain't gonna hold you.
I also just want to say something really quick because I don't have a lot of voice.
Probably did.
I had heard somebody had mentioned about a daughter or just being a relative. I just want to burst this rosary bubble for women. It does not matter if you're related to them either, right? If they cannot commodify or like actually use like your utility, like they have no use for you. That includes relatives. Right? Like, I hate to bust this. I'm the oldest of 7, and even saying this, like, breaks my own heart. But, like, even their mothers, their sisters, their aunts, their grandmothers, they don't even holistically, like, value. So unless they see a utility for you, they also, their how they respect you is also conditional. Please get this out of your head that, like, oh, if he had a daughter, would he want... Actually, he probably would not care. I need us to really understand that and stop romanticizing these ideas that if men were connected to us by blood, they would treat us better. You see how they talk about their mothers? Come on now. Let's get our heads out the sand. I just wanted to say that.
Thanks. The poll said, is Vaughn an abusive narcissist? 106 people voted. 100% said, hell yeah. That's crazy. I ain't never seen it be that high.
I just got into narcissism, and I really felt like
you just got into
narcissism, bro. Yeah, like I didn't even really know what that meant. I'm gonna be all the way honest with you. I ain't know what that meant. I just started seeing a lot of people talk about it, and I ain't gonna lie. Everything that they said sound more like her. You feel me? Like it don't sound like her. That's why I'm hearing all these women like I was manipulative. I'm like, are y'all hearing what I'm saying? Like I'm paying somebody bills. I'm cooking, cleaning. I'm not even really. And then the whole point where the major thing they're stuck on is, oh, well, you didn't please her sexually.
No, that's not the only thing. It was also you using your money to manipulate her, to coerce her into having sex with you. That was another part of it. You neglecting her. That was another part of it. Like there was many parts of it. What do you mean? It wasn't just one part.
I understand. I'm glad that y'all can use this story as an example, but I'm gonna just be honest. We were young, bro. I know I was wrong. I know she was wrong. And at the end of the day, even though I was an older man, like still like at 30, 28, whatever, like, I mean, I was still learning. And it's like now that I'm here, my fault.
In your studying of narcissism, do you know what a telltale sign of narcissism is?
No, you can elaborate, please.
Yeah. Not taking accountability, being combative.
All right.
Just being honest. Like you not acknowledging you not acknowledging anything. Like you not like, bro, I fucked up. I did do her wrong. I did mistreat her. I did use her. I did try to kick her out when she was unhoused. Like I was fucked up. I shouldn't have done that. I do, you know what I'm saying? Like I learned like that type of stuff. Okay, cool. But you are saying that she victimized you. Like, look, brother.
Reason why I'm gonna say that though. Reason why I'm saying that because somebody had said like, "What do you?" That was a good question when they said, "What did you do when she held back Schmecks?" Because honestly, that is exactly where I felt like I was like, okay, like this gonna really show what type of man I am when it really happened for real. Where it was one day where she just like, "Nah, I'm good," like you know what I'm saying, woo woo, and I'm just like, cool, but. You feel me?
You made her eat greasy chicken.
Nah, because the type shorty she was since she was with me and I'm doing all of this, that, the third, you look down on people. You looking down on people who eat Popeyes and stuff. We had crazy conversations where it's like, ugh, why would I eat Popeyes? And I'm like, shorty, you was literally just homeless. Don't put your nose up at me.
You wanted to humble her. You wanted to humble her.
Yeah, humble her. That's the word.
problem. So she can't have certain standards for stuff. You like, oh, I'm going to humble her.
Yeah, I'm gonna humble somebody who's broke and you under somebody who
But that
got all
wasn't why you was doing it though, Vaughn.
Wow.
You acted like you were doing it for this like virtuous.
What are you talking about?
For this like virtuous reason. You were trying to humble her because she didn't have sex with you. And you used that as an excuse to be like, I'm humbling her.
Nah, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. You right. Yep, that's exactly why.
That's all it was.
I feel like
How
we're being
dare a woman in your
public.
position homeless
Wait.
deny me this?
Wait. In the history of these lives, I don't think a nigga ever came like this, but now you see that it's these niggas be really diabolical, and he's saying it with his chest. He feels no shame. He feels no reason to take accountability. Like, I feel like we being trolled.
No. I respect it. All we can't have it both ways. We be up here scraping and scratching and clawing to get a motherfucker to tell us what happened. He telling us what happened. At least some of it. So shit.
I mean, from everybody's like opinion on this, it's like, do people don't be transparent on here? Maybe I should have shut up. Maybe I should have shut up because it's like I just stepped on an ant pal and I ain't even gonna hold you.
I think it's what's the use, brother? Coming in here and lying about whatever is pointless. That's the thing. So maybe you're not a narc because you're not in here trying to lie so that people could like see you as the good guy or nothing like that. Or maybe you just really don't know that the things you did were extremely harmful.
I didn't.
No, that's not what it is. He gets off on the fact that he had power over her. So for us, we like, oh my God, I can't believe you did it. But he actually gets satisfaction from telling people that he was able to put somebody in that position. That's still narc behavior.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Nigel says,
and he cloaked it as if he actually had genuine intentions when they were nefarious from the begining.
The whole time.
Clocked it. You was a predator. Yeah.
Nigel says, this is reminding me of my old hood nigga. I was 17, he was 23. God damn. He had babies on me and called me fat. I'm triggered. Prayers down for him and Vaughn. Bonji Baby said, my head isn't in the sand. I wanted to hear his response. I know this already, Bookie Bear. Tanthresh said, called it. Yikes. Ew, my gods. Elroy TV said, ask Vaughn where he's from, please. Also, can I be a mod? Vaughn, I think you are from Maryland. Am I correct?
Nah, I'm from North Carolina.
North Carolina. Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Can I ask you a question? When y'all first met, how old were you and how old was she?
I was 28. She was 21.
Yeah, that's why it worked. You missed that part, Tara. We ain't even gonna go down that rabbit hole again.
What do you mean?
But that is a lot of the reason why that worked. And I think that the part that really just kind of cracks me up is that, shout out to my daddy for teaching me the game. But he was a hop skip away from flat out pimping her. Like there was no other step beside like convincing her like, hey, you trying to get this bag with me? Like, I got this dude that want to, holler at you real quick. You just gotta chill in there with him for a little second. And like, it could have worked. Like, it really could have worked, especially because of the fact that there's some key components to this story. He found somebody that was younger. He already mentioned that that's not working for him now because women his age ain't going for that. Women his age have a whole lot to offer, and they are not gonna let you play in their face in that way. So that's one. But
and the only way for you to appeal and the only way for 32-year-old niggas to appeal to 20-year-old women is with money. So if you ain't got your money, you can't get with them, and then you ain't got the personality, so you can't get with the women your age. And that's where we at. Go ahead, BBG.
And he had to be not only had to have some money, but he had to be reckless with that money. Like he had to, and he was reckless with that money because I think we all missed the part where he said he was making 30 to 40K scamming on any given day. But he was living in a 2-bedroom apartment. That apartment was 600 square feet. So you ain't talking about you investing in properties or using that money like to, to start something that was legitimate. Like that kind of revealed itself all by itself, because where you dwell and where you had that lady trapped was someplace that was very small and confined. So that's two. But the other thing is that he was withholding money and access to resources because of smacks. Like all of it was manipulative. And I think that the most manipulative part is that he's trying to run the game on us now by going, I'm transparent. I put it all on the table. Some stuff don't fit on the table. Sometimes abuse is too big for the table. Sometimes you need to take it off. We don't need you to be transparent about the ways that you manipulate women and then try to convince us that the reason why you can't find genuine connections with women is because of the fact that you don't have money anymore. When we know that the women are quite literally in your city passing your name around and going, hey, you better be careful of that nigga Vaughn, because he'll move you in that little 2-bedroom, girl, and have you turned out every time you say no to smacks. He going to get the Popeyes. You can't eat no real dinner that day, so you better be careful. And we supposed to feel bad for that. But like the name of the game is that you went from being able to trick women to now you're trying to figure out how to be able to trick off, and it's just not working anymore because your reputation is preceding you. I'm thankful though that there are 500 people in here who hopefully can also spread the word to the others. Like they can tell the rest of the village that Vaughn is outside and to beware. The torches should be lit. The townsmen should be warned.
Nah, that's crazy. Nah, look, this the whole thing though. Like, I definitely get where y'all coming from now. Like, looking at it, I'm like, I understand. I'm just like, you feel me? And somebody
What do you
said,
understand, Vaughn? What do you understand?
now I understand how they saying it's manipulation. Like, I understand that, but at the time, I didn't, and I just was like, at the end of the
You
day,
admit now that you was manipulating that woman.
yeah, like I now kind of could be like, oh, because I guess they trying to say like, oh, well, in her head, I guess I'm supposed to believe that in every woman's head that they get with a man, just knowing that they love them and that they want to build a family and all of that stuff.
I'm talking. See, you're not taking any accountability. Do you said you understand that now you were manipulating her? That was the tactics you were using were very manipulative. Okay. Don't talk about any other woman. Now you're trying to gaslight. It's like, oh, I guess I was supposed to know every woman. Like that's literally gaslight.
Nah, I'm not trying to gaslight. I'm saying though,
no, hold on, Vaughn. I'm giving you grace. I'm telling you that you may not know that you are trying to gaslight us. Intent, like it may not be a conscious thing, right? But you are trying to gaslight us when you say that type of stuff. That's what I'm saying. Regardless of if you're same thing with the abuse. Maybe you didn't consciously go, yeah, I'm about to manipulate this one. I'm about to abuse her. It's right. Impact over intent, right? You could have intended for something different, but the impact was what it was. That's all I'm saying. And it's happening in real time. You are trying to gaslight us if you say anything outside of, I take responsibility for the things that I've done, so on and so forth. As soon as you say but or well, she kind of, she was using me for my money or whatever you're not taking responsibility for it. At that point, you're not. It's something different now.
Well, I guess that's something I never do. I ain't taking responsibility for something that I ain't do wrong. Like, that's just how I feel. And I'm not going to lie, especially when a person is on a block list that literally won't stop texting my phone. So that make me know that I ain't do nothing wrong because I don't spend blocks on nobody. But, like, the people that I'm quote-unquote doing wrong are on block lists because they won't know how to leave somebody alone. So I'm just like, at the end of the day, if I was so wrong and abusive to this person, I don't get it. And this person older now. This person 25 now, still doing it.
No, she not.
I could put that on God.
Oh, yeah, no, she is. I'm sorry. You're right. You broke up when you was 30. I got you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is 2 years later, and it's just like, what did I do so wrong? Maybe that's why I'm confident with what I'm saying, because I know I ain't do wrong. Because people don't spin the block on people who did them wrong, I guess.
That's not true. Teresa said she will never be homeless again. Men like Vaughn are why single women own more homes than single men. Bonji Baby said how he treated that young lady is how some people train dogs. God damn. Go ahead, honey.
Wow. I had to take off my gas mask. Sometimes, when I realize, listen to men talk, they don't have game. The only thing they have is just low self-esteem. because you really need a woman. You really need to find a woman who is also equally as insecure as you are, because none of this shit will work out. And I'm just so happy, like I said, that I am the age that I am now, and that I can actually be this peer to other women and younger women and to my sisters, because this shit, the way this is so easily clockable. You niggas will be having no game, just low self-esteem and hoping that you meet a woman whose self-esteem is lower, just so this shit can get off, just so you can be the nigga who you think you are inside your head. It's so sick. My God, I just want ladies to say dangerous, and also just not to romanticize the red flags, because so much of this bullshit you probably could have clocked talking to this dweeb for 10 minutes, child.
How much on his head? Because I'm tired of him. How much on his head, public?
5.
5? In my soldier boy voice.
It's because he
It's
entertaining.
5, man. They must like hearing.
It's because he entertaining.
They like the stories. They listen.
And part of it is a lie, because I risked my signal to go look at that page, because I'm telling you, y'all got to start making y'all pages private. That man is still scamming.
Interesting.
He's still scamming. If you go to his page,
Yo, you the feds,
it's
bro.
ways.
Hey, look,
it's
real
ways
rap,
to
bro.
make $1,500
Y'all the
through
feds, bro.
Chime. It's
Look,
ways
nah,
to
for
make
sure. Listen, that's not
20K.
scamming, bro.
Here's
That's not
the
scamming.
part though. Here's the part that stood out to me the most, Bonnie. Oh me, Bonnie. This is the part that stood out the most to me. Is that you have on your page that you can make, what is it, 1,500 or 50K by doing digital marketing, allow digital marketing to make your money for the holidays? Sir, not you with
What's on
the
digital marketing,
MLMs on your
though?
page.
All right, bro. Look, y'all tap in with me for real. Y'all gonna see it ain't scamming, bro. That's what I'm trying to
You
say.
call her
Tap
the
in,
feds, but you made a TikTok about scamming.
bro.
Jesus,
It's not
open the
about
schools,
scamming.
Lord.
Scamming.
Why y'all trying to throw me under the bus, bro? Like, I literally just gave y'all realism, like a real story.
Wisdom is
throwing
chasing
you
you,
under
but
the
you are running
bus.
faster. Okay.
Vaughn, you laid under the bus. He laid under the bus. Why they don't
Did
ever
we
make
do
their
it,
page
Joe?
private?
Did we do it?
did it, Joe.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Hallie, never seen, went on and got that boy up out of here. Bro looks like a bloated corpse. God damn, I never. Oh man, that was wicked. Damn, that was wicked, y'all. I love the story though. Hey, come back tomorrow, Vaughn. I ain't got no hate. Hey man, it is what it is, brother. You win
But
some, you
was it
lose some.
public?
Huh?
Was it?
Hey
Was
man,
it?
y'all was not entertained. Are you not? Matter of fact, bang the Cash App one time for that shit. That was crazy. That was top tier. That was a top tier motherfucking. That whole block was crazy. Y'all tripping.
Disturbing.
That was crazy. That whole block was crazy. From the moment he got up here to the moment he dropped, that whole shit was wild as fuck. The more it came out, I was like, wait,
I
what?
think I did.
Wait a minute. What just happened?
TikTok need to upgrade you to Jerry Springer sound effects for that one. Like, just you need to single-handedly be able to have access to the exclusive Jerry Springer audience sounds.
The shit's wild. BPG,
wow.
the show, the lives be really wilding. Like, I'm sitting here, like, listening to this shit. Like, if I the only one thinking this is fucking crazy, then I'm like, nah, and I'll be hearing how people be clocking it. I'm like, all right, so everybody.
You ever think, like, these men get up here and, like, because sometimes I think they're trolling, like, how can you say this with a straight face?
Nah, you can tell the ones that's trolling and the ones that's not. He wasn't trolling.
We know the trolls. That wasn't no troll.
Who he really was.
Vaughn was not a troll. I don't care what y'all can call that man a lot of things, but you can't call Vaughn a troll. And he was respectful. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I could deal with a person like Vaughn. I ain't gonna even hold you. For better or worse. I could deal with that. But
there go that patriarchy kicking in.
You don't want to hear the story? What you want?
That's what makes it misogyny.
Y'all want
exactly.
Y'all don't want nobody to come up here? Nah, I want the people up here. Y'all want this shit to be ushers up here talking to each other? Nah, I want to hear that shit. Y'all don't want, ain't that the whole point? So we can hear these motherfuckers?
Here's the thing, though. Like,
Man, I'm glad
if it's different, we have to really be honest, because he gets infantilized, right? Because I see him as a Peter Pan, and there are going to be some women who see him in that way and actually don't see him as an actual danger. Like, he'll be infantilized so much that he actually be more of a joke, a jester, than an actual predator, and that actually is all wrong. He needs to be like banished for real.
Yeah, I get it. They got to be exposed.
Yeah, y'all trying to make it to where these niggas, it's all, y'all see how hard it is already. You want me to be on some like, nah, these niggas, fuck this. Like, no, let these niggas talk. I want to hear it. Cause I'll be amazed. I'll be sitting there and listen to this shit like, this nigga really thought.
But can I just say, I'm glad we had a chance to hear him talk, because you can see how this man essentially destroyed this young girl life, and how he could sit here and laugh about it. Like,
He talking about she spinning the block.
yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, and that's why it's dangerous for like. And this is the thing, like, as long as we have young women and girls, like, this is the type of mess that happens. Like, he preyed on that girl. Like, that's so messed up.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely meant everything he said.
Clarice said he wasn't even killed, slow burn. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Like a good murder mystery movie. Shit just like kind of kept going. I was like, damn, this is terrible. Bonji Baby said, what did we learn here today? Rapper scammers, never trust no ninja named Von. Oh my God. Hey, on some real for real shit, it's been fun. It's been fun, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all ain't got to go home, but y'all got to get the hell up out of here. It's time for your boy to go pick up his baby. It's baby getting time. We did it, y'all. Shout out to the best mods in the business, man. Shout out to the old subs and the new subs. Shout out to everybody that hit the super chat. Teresa, Evie, Bonji Baby, Miss No Slick Name, Tawana, Metal Kisses, Tan Thresh, Ree Skyla, Desiree, to Nigel. Yes. Love y'all, man. So appreciate it. Everybody that hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App one more time. It's right there. Shit's super easy. Public Offender 100. Hold on, I messed up. I done messed up, y'all. My fault. My bad. Y'all didn't even tell me my shit was off. There we go. Public Offender 100. Throw a little dollar in the collection plate on the way out. I appreciate y'all. Yasmin, I appreciate you. Yeah. I'm going to do, I might, depending on if I can get through my videos today, I might spin the block a little bit later. I got a video I want to watch. It ain't gonna be Red Balloon Pop. I might do that one next week. I've been slow on that one. I've been having to do a lot of shit. So yeah. I'll put it on the YouTubes if I'm gonna do it once I lock in my schedule. This week is a busy week. And next week gonna be busy, so I don't know how much time I'm gonna have. But nonetheless, I appreciate y'all. Thanks for joining me today. That was fun. Shout out to the YouTubes, man. I'm gonna holler back. Yeah. Are you not entertained? That was great. I had a great time. Thanks for everybody that joined the panel. Haters come back tomorrow, man. Don't worry about it. I could deal with a respectful misogynist. We can have a conversation at least. Tell that man come back. Get a little bit more of the story. How did you arrive at being the shittiest person on the internet, sir? We don't know. Shawnee said she a hater coming back tomorrow. Why you a hater? Who you hating on? He should be on a list. Híjole. Wicked work. All right. Yeah, it's about that time. All right, man. Salute. Love y'all. See y'all mañana.